Greetings, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to the 1/6 Scale Man proudly presents Say What. You know what time it is, all day, every day. And as always, this show is sponsored to you by Nickel Wise. Nickel Wise, who's always in the building for all your scary pleasures. We got Nickel Wise in the building, and also the Space Pimp himself is always here. He's not here tonight. His wig's not on tight, but he's all right. Anyway, we will see y'all in just a minute. But until then, let's go. Yo, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to the 1/6 Scale Man proudly presents Say What. You know what day it is. It is Wednesday, so of course we have to have an elite panel, and I got an elite panel for tonight's discussion. You know what? You know it's elite, and you know it's a serious discussion when Carlos is like, "Hey, yo, my dude, you got space on your panel tonight?" I was like, "Yeah, man, you want to come through?" Yeah, I would love to. I was like, "All right, man, I'll fit you in." So, you know, we got Carlos on the show tonight. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of. So, here's the thing. How this works is if I get Carlos on the show, then it's less trolling that we actually have out here. So, I don't have to worry about the trolling because he's on the panel. So, he's not really focused too much on that. He can troll live. You know what I mean? And, oh, yeah. Everybody out there's no fucking Star Wars giveaways. And y'all talking shit about Star Wars. You reached the wrong show. It's not going to be on here tonight. Just letting y'all know, man. But anyway, so glad. And also, we have designated this day Cam Day. And you're about to find out why. Today is Cam Day. But anyway, let me bring everybody on, man. Like, what's going on, people? How y'all doing, man? Y'all good?
Doing great.
Yeah, man. Happy to
go.
be here.
You know,
Hey.
Got a big announcement today, to put it lightly.
Very big.
We got a really big announcement, bro.
Wait,
it was
what?
huge. It was
What
super
happened?
dope. It was amazing. Like, it's
Yeah.
such a huge announcement. Like, I mean,
think
come
it was,
on, man.
It was something about Morbin time, something like that.
Oh yeah, that's
Something
right.
It was
like
the
that.
Morbius or something.
Something
The
like
Jared
that.
Leto video?
That's a dopo.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
a dope
something like
Hands
that. Day one dopo, but you know, we're going to basically jump on that. Carlos, man, what's going on with you, man? How you doing? I see the names. So what's up with the name? Explain to everybody why you changed the name today.
Yeah,
What's going on,
explain.
Carlos? What's going on, man? Explain it.
Yeah. So only today.
There's your
is
answer.
it's Star Wars greater than Marvel. Obviously for that Vader release. Because I mean, yeah, come on, man. It's Vader. It's the cracked helmet. It's a DX. You know what's funny? As soon as I saw it, I sent it to Will. I was even calling Riley so he can wake your ass up.
You wake up till noon today.
Yeah, pretty
I was
much.
giving him a call, man. Today's a good Star Wars day. I can't even troll in this today. Maybe I'll troll in the Grand Inquisitor. That's about it. But
Word. Come on, man. We'll troll somewhere down the line. So good to have you here on the panel and not out in the chat trolling. Anyway, Marco, man, what's going on with you, man? So glad to have 1/6 Fix in the building, man. You good? You good today?
I am great. Thank you for having me. I'm actually going to hop out into the chat so I can just troll over there. I got to take be up here. And I'll...
So you gonna take Carlos's place, huh?
That's right.
You're gonna do what he does, but okay, I got you.
It's like a lot of fun, honestly.
And definitely, man. So let me ask you a question, Marcos. Did you show Gigi that Vader?
I did. I've been watching streams all day, right? And she came in, and I was like, "Hey, what do you think about it?" And she told me, "Save it for the podcast. Save it for the podcast." So I don't know how she feels, honestly. But
Okay.
she's into it.
So she's just gonna save it. All right.
That's
Well,
right.
we'll save it for her because I want to see what she's gonna say. But so glad to have you here tonight, man. Will Foxification, man.
What's
Will
up,
Foxy
bro?
Feet. What's going on with you, bro? You're the one who inspired the picture that Carlos has up on his screen all the damn time. So
Oh, really?
yeah, man. Like, yeah, the script.
You don't say.
You never seen it? You never seen
About
it?
them
And that's actually Will's feet.
Yeah, it is. And that's actually like copyright infringement.
actually
so I'm
Will's
gonna have
feet.
to do something about that.
Wow,
You're gonna
that's
copyright
crazy.
claim layout. You and Carlos both. See, Sean gets it.
Sean gets it. He's like,
He's a
"Ooh."
subscriber now. He gets it.
Guys, got to take that off.
I know, right? Come on now.
Gotta keep-
Carlos
gotta
is more of a
keep this
footman than he
monetized.
lets on.
Come
so,
on,
you know,
man.
he's-
Come on, man.
We'll come clean
Anyway.
eventually. But dude, happy to be here, layout. We got pretty big announcement to talk about.
Yeah, we
So
did.
that-
We did.
Carlos sent me that today, and I was like, oh, nice. And then we were talking about Grail status and Dopo, and I was like, I heard some words out of Carlos's mouth that I never thought I'd hear. So
Wow.
have him share that with the panel because
Okay.
with the world.
Okay.
Because but yeah, this is gonna be exciting. I think it's gonna be really fun. I think I'm gonna be less of a wild card tonight. I think I'm not gonna shock anyone, in my opinion.
Yeah,
so,
same here.
You know, yeah.
That's
so,
bullshit because you're a wild card every damn week. I'm not trying to hear that bullshit.
But, you know,
yeah, we'll see.
I never want to, I would like to leave people guessing, anticipation, suspense.
Well,
so anyway,
we'll definitely see how that goes. Anyway, good to be here. So happy to have you, Will, as always, every week. Will Fox, Riley, the Human Party, man. What's going on with you, brother? How you doing, man?
Doing great. Woke up this morning to some nice news, like everyone's saying, and I'm excited for the show tonight. So thank you for the invite, and can't wait to get into it. Let's go.
Oh man, let's go. I know you were happy about that. Hey Cam. How you doing, Cam? You good, man?
What's up, bro? What's going on, man?
You good?
Yeah, man. Happy Me Day, everybody.
Yeah, happy Cam Day.
Let's get it. Boom.
Happy Cam Day. Yes, Cam. Everybody, I'll say get him, and everybody was saying, Cam, you know you can't avoid this. Come on. So anyway, so good to have you here, Cam.
Yeah, bro. Appreciate you.
As always, man. As always, El Profesoro. I know this is your day. I know you were like, this is like Christmas to you today.
In July, bro. Of course. No doubt. No doubt, man.
In July, when you got that announcement, I know you was like, holy, oh my God, here we go. Let's go. And
bro,
and we got
Will sent over photos this morning in the group chat, man, and I went from 6 to midnight, dude. I had like, bricked up, like that in the wild, bro. I like woke the hell up, man, and I was like, yo, today's gonna be a good day.
Yeah.
So I'm actually excited to talk about this and try to get Cam, to let him know that we would be honored if he would join us.
Exactly. We would be honored if you join us. But he's going to do it. He's going to do it. We are.
Yes. The question is how many? That's what I want to know.
How many? Because once it starts with one, you got to.
There is not just right. No, I mean not just with that, but consider how many display options come. Well, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about it later.
Because
this is a sickening group.
We're not well.
Hey, you walked into it, so you got to take it. That's what time it is. Hey, my man, what's going on with you, Sean? You was being in the building, CW, as always, man. Great to have you here tonight.
Thank you.
So, as the prime enabler, it's how you doing, man? You ready to enable tonight to put that talent to good use, or what's going on, man?
All this hype over a new First Order Stormtrooper, I don't get it. But hey, man, I'm ready to talk about it. Like that's what we're talking about, right? That's what was announced. I'm so confused right now. No, hell yeah. Yes, the number to get is going to be the question. Not should we get the number to get will be the question.
Number to get.
Yeah. Excited. Still recovering from Comic-Con, so excited to just hang out and chit chat. It's going to be fun. So yeah. Thanks for having me.
It's going to be super dope, man. Super hype. So glad to have you here tonight. Everybody in the panel, so good to have you guys in. So good to have you guys out there, man, as well. Joining in with us. We got 81 people out there. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in. Subscribe and share as always. Good to have you here. Let's actually address the chat real quick. We got Feezy Figures in the building. How you doing, man? Mike Fiella. We got Tobar. We got, who else? Peter Pacheco's in the building. We got Tyria. Who else we got? Man, Renz Talentino, the great Renz Talentino, artist supreme. Listen. If you don't know who Renz Talentino is by now, man, you are hiding under a rock. He is an artist specialist. Like, we got some incredible pieces from this guy. If you don't know what he's able to produce, show him, Will.
Look at this, man.
Show him, Will.
And these are hand drawn, hand painted, everything,
pieces.
Man.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Look at the Wonder Woman, man.
I can't get over, man.
Look at that.
As much as I it's amazing.
Hated the damn movie, I still had to get myself a Mighty Thor. So I do basically love that.
The picture makes up for it, to be honest with you.
The picture definitely makes up for it. Renz does his thing as always, man. So good to have you here. If you haven't already, you can find him. You know how to find him. Renz Talentino, basically his art is incredible. You can get some great pieces for him. He has some great deals on it. So again, if you haven't already support, and that's what I'm saying, support an artist, a real artist, somebody out there who's actually putting in the time and the work to produce pieces like this. And he did his thing. I mean, so much that when you feel it, it's just highly texturized. I just love this, man.
Well, there's a piece that he's actually working on right now that I am seriously excited for, man. And I was talking with him back and forth about it. And I'm like, dude, I need something, man. I've got to have I gotta have something in the collection from him, bro. You know,
maybe Vader.
So
maybe
we're
Vader.
Gonna,
maybe.
we shall see. We shall see.
Vader,
Seriously, man. Probably, man. Probably. But I mean, seriously, y'all. I mean, check him out. Go message him. Ren Salentino Art on Instagram. The guy has amazing work. Just go out, just support our guy, bro.
Yeah, definitely, man. Support him. And this show is sponsored by Michaels. Michaels also have a surprise frames for Ren's Talentino's work. So if you haven't already,
there you go
to your local Michaels shop and pick up all the supplies that you basically need. School is coming around. You want to get that. If you want some accessories for your ETOF or your module case, you can actually find it at Michaels. That is Michaels at your local area shopping plaza, whatever you want, and it is sponsored. They just don't know they sponsoring my shit, but I'm just letting them know that they are sponsors. Anyway, so glad to have everybody here tonight, man. Who else we got in the building? Blitz 0065. We got Ryan McCarthy in the building, Blue Tattoo, AJ Agrusa. We got my lady Latoya T in the building. Big Brother is here. Thank you for being here, man. Will Foxification and everybody on this panel's out there flirting with everybody out there. We got let's see here. Carlos is out there too. Damn, so he's pulling double duty. Shit. We got collectible Chads is in the building. Let's see who else we got. Brandon Salad. We got Cody Franklin that's in the building. Let's see who else we got. Christian Detour Collections. We got Danis Gomez is in the building. Pedro 23. We got the Gunslinger KW in the building. We got Community Arcade. Jonathan King is out there. Who else we got? Luminar. Queen Luminar is out there in the building. Thank you for being here. Let's see who else we got, man. We got so many people is kind of joining in the fold. Yamo is in the building. Daryl Smith Jr. is actually in the building. So yes, we got a few people actually coming in here. So glad to have you coming through. Man, it's going to be a good night. But you know what? I'm tired of delaying, man. We got to jump into this real quick. We got to talk about this because it is something that a lot of us, you know, myself. There's a couple of things I didn't expect about this reveal, but I'm happy I see it. But I'm like, damn, they just hit us right off the bat. They didn't really care. They just gonna hit you with everything, and they hit us with a straight on review of a figure that's gonna be coming soon. They just didn't play around with it. So we're gonna actually jump into this real quick, man. Let's talk about this Vader, man. Let's talk about Vader Deluxe version. This is a DX version. This is Vader. That stance is incredible. That cape billowing like that. Now, I don't really necessarily think that cape is wired. I don't know. I'm not really to say it's wired yet. I don't know. But it is Vader, so it doesn't really necessarily have to be. But it's dope. It is dope, and I love the battle damage chest plate and the cracked helmet to expose Anakin Skywalker himself. That right there is the price of admission for me. I'm definitely excited about it. And you know, the panel is excited about it because you know what? They're in awe. I didn't even hear anybody breathe when I put this picture up just now. Nobody's saying shit. It's just so super quiet. You're just in awe. Y'all just basically looking at it like. So, I mean, it's up. The picture's up. Who wants to take the reins? I'm not even passing it to anybody. Whoever wants to dive in on this real quick, but save Cam for last. Whoever wants to dive in because he gets a solo on this one. So basically, whoever wants to dive in first, definitely dive in and get started. Who wants to go first? Carlos? I think you do because you're right next to me. And
Carlos really wants to go.
Go right ahead. Go ahead and talk about this piece, bro. When you got it, when you saw it up, I mean, you were so graciously this morning around actually 12 o'clock noon to come on the panel, and I was really, really surprised when you was like, "Yo, this is day one." I was like, even the panel.
I know.
You know, it was crazy because even everybody on the chat was like, "Really, Carlos? We don't know, but." I don't know. What you got? What can you tell us about this, bro? What you think?
Man, this figure is it's fucking amazing. You know what I mean? It's really good. It's like the you know, as soon as I woke up, you know, I was going for on my walk and stuff, and as soon as I saw this, man, it's like if there was only one Star Wars piece you can get, like let's say for Cam, this is the piece to get. Like this is all you need. Like even if you know you just want to represent the entire IP, this is it right here, man. Like this is a 10 out of 10. It was a DX. I thought the cape was wired, but even if it's not, like it's just amazing. Like I mean, like Vader is pretty badass overall, but obviously the battle damage really makes it. I mean, just look at that. I mean, look at the eye, look at the detail, the layers, just everything that comes with this sculpt. man, I just think it's a 10 out of 10. For me, now I know that they're going to overproduce the fuck out of this figure, and there's going to make 500,000. And I don't really care. Like, this is one of those that I can just kind of pre-order. As soon as it comes out on Sideshow, I'm going to get that special edition because I like holograms. So I'm going to get that. And yeah, man, like, this is one of those that I think, you get and you don't really mess with. I'm assuming there's going to be a large batch, man, but I'm not even going to take a chance. Like this one, Wolverine, Battle Damage Mark 85. Like, those are just really awesome pieces. And there's one of those things, like, I feel really great about not pre-ordering. So when shit like this does come out, I don't feel bad about pre-ordering one figure here and there. And there's exactly what that is, man. Today, because of this figure, Star Wars is greater than Marvel. Only for today, though.
Forever today. Always.
No, get out of here, bro. No. But only for, it's just an amazing figure, man. I think everyone should pick it up. If you're not a Star Wars fan, and if you think, everyone should get it, man. Even if you're not a Star Wars fan, you need to pick this up. And day one, I know Will's not going to pre-order it, but I'm going to force him to.
He is.
Bro. It's amazing. I mean, look at this. The movable eyes, DX. How do you, man? And me and Will were actually talking about grails and what makes a grail. And there's a lot of rules and shit that we kind of came up with. And, it's kind of a long discussion, but I think this, at the worst case, right, it's going to be a chase figure. And definitely even a grail, man. This is the first DX Vader, right? If I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
And we'll probably never see another battle damage helmet, right? Because if we do, then it's just going to get redundant. But man, it is just beautiful. Like, hey, man, if you're a Star Wars fan, great. I'm only going to get one because, I don't need multiple. But if you're a Star Wars fan, I can see you getting a shit ton of these, is because it's fucking Vader.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But yeah, man, that's all I got to say. It's 10 out of 10. Amazing. There's nothing bad to talk about. Now, if you want to put up the Grand Inquisitor, we can shit talk him all day if you want. But, because let's Kenobi sucks. This one is great.
Had to get a troll in last minute.
Of course, bro. I mean, Kenobi's ass, but this one here, this is amazing.
Just can't get right, man.
With that
Bro,
banner,
it's not gonna be perfect the whole way. Fucking
Nah,
through,
bro. You're doing great, Carlos. Then you just
then he just slide this in. You gotta slide something in there, bro. It's like,
bro, I had to. And this one comes with the USB. What's it called? Saber, right? So that's gonna be awesome on 2 bases. Yeah, man. There's a day one. I don't give a shit if this goes 50%. Toys Wonderland wants to do a special. This is, again, I don't pre-order. This is why I don't do it, so that when these figures do come out, I can just get it from a really great place like Sideshow, and I don't have to worry about like if something's broken or whatnot. So.
Yeah, and you bring up a very interesting point, because that's just the way I feel. Like, if I'm getting this, I'm going to actually get it through Sideshow because I want it more secure. I don't mind the wait, and I want more of a secure space, whereas if there are problems, I can contact them and then they can get me a replacement, because they are good like that, and it's worth the wait. I mean, if you're getting something like this, you want to get it from a company that they take care of you when it comes to like the insurance on this piece. So you want to get it from somebody who's reliable. So yeah, I definitely will get this, because that's the same thing, because I pre-ordered even the because of Mario's influence, I actually ordered the Obi-Wan with the accessory piece, the special edition from them, because I was like, I wanted it and it was exclusively for them. So
that helmet, do you think you can fill it in with putty? Do you think is that a thing?
Wow.
Yost would
what kind of putty? And where would we get it from though, man? I mean, I just don't know.
I think someone
that statement alone and what I experienced, it's a wrap for me. I'm just going to say that it's definitely a wrap. I'll never go back again. So because of what happened, that Snowspeeder got canceled. As much as I wanted to get it, I'm just not taking chances. I'd rather just wait and just live vicariously through everybody else that's going to do it. But anyway, we're here to talk about Vader, because I mean that's just going to piss me off with a sour note in my mouth. Anyway, Marco, man, what's going on with you, brother? How you doing, man? What you think about this piece, man? I know you were excited. I know Gigi's excited to know that you're going to get 7 of them. Actually, maybe 2, because you're going to. I know she's
got to get one for my car.
Yeah, exactly.
One for the office.
Say that to Mario, because Mario's going to get an ornament on side, because Mario.
Just you wait.
He got the beast.
Just you wait. Just you wait.
All right, see, that's what I know. See, all day, every day.
Mario and Usby are about to tell us why we need 3 of these.
Oh yeah, hey,
Oh no, no, no,
That's
no,
what
no,
they
no,
do.
no.
Two's a minimum.
not even
Two's a
3,
minimum.
okay.
Two's a minimum.
All right.
Not even
See?
that, bro.
We got
Wisdom.
Latoya T out there. She said, I'm gonna be honest, I'm such a sucker for Vader, y'all. This figure is amazing. The saber, that damage, that suit, that raw exposure, 1/6 scale man.
Oh
Can
my
you
God.
buy me this one?
Oh,
Looks like you're
How can
getting
you
2
say
or
no?
3 then.
Yeah, you can't say no to that.
So Toya,
Say no, man.
he's gonna tell us why we should once we get to him. But anyway, Marco, man, what's going on, man? What you feel about this, bro?
Yeah, so I really try to be analytical about every release, right? And kind of distance my emotions and kind of think really critically and sleep on things. That being said, since this dropped this morning, I've been buzzing. I'm with Carlos. I think that I try not to pre-order anymore, and sometimes I break my rule. But this one I feel like I'm going to have to put in my pre-order because I'm just so excited about it. The caveat being if I can get no shipping and no sales tax, then I'll pre-order, right? So I already know there's some savings that I'm locking in. But this has given us everything that we could have asked for, in my opinion.
Yeah.
This battle damaged head looks better than I could have even imagined. I know Mario, was advocating for a full battle damaged release, but I'm actually glad that they've gone this route because I don't have to choose between a clean version and a battle damaged version. I can just kind of get one standard version, and that's my definitive Vader. I held off from the ESB version because I knew this one was coming. And I'm very, very glad I did because this just looks incredible. We got the USB saber, as Carlos mentioned. And, I know you posed the question of the wired cape. I feel like it has to have a wire. If they're showing us so many images with it flowing like that, it would be pretty odd if they ended up, not giving us a wired version. So potentially 2 capes or at least, one that's versatile enough to do those crazy poses. So overall, I'm just incredibly excited about this one. Going to pre-order. This is going to be my definitive Vader for now, and I think this is cuts across. Even if you're not a Star Wars collector, this is probably one to add because, again, I try not to be a hype beast. I leave that for Mario, but
Oh wow.
If you get into the hobby like 3 years from now when this is sold out, this is likely going to be going for crazy money. So this is one that I think of like, okay, I'm going to have it and have to lock in the retail price now.
Definitely, man. So I mean, you have to. I mean, it's Vader, and it really is the definitive Vader to have in your collection. This is simply amazing. You can't pass it up. Like I'm going to pass on Cam right now because he's going last. Raleigh, what's going on with this, bro? Like, I know you were super hype about it, bro. I know you shed that tear, that thug tear this morning when you saw it, man. So what you think about it, bro?
Dude, I mean, I woke up this morning and like Carlos said, he called me and he texted me. So I was like, oh, okay. So an Iron Man dropped or something Marvel dropped. Carlos is calling me, and there's no way he cares about Star Wars. And I load up Facebook, and my eyes just glue up. I was losing my mind. This thing is like everyone has said, it looks phenomenal. And I fully agree with Marcos. The actual damage, how it's like you don't have 2 separate ones. I actually like that because I know people are saying getting multiples. For me, I think I'm just going to do one. I can't do multiple Vaders. So getting this, because I already have the Empire Strikes Back one. So it wouldn't really make sense for me to get 2 more of these ones. I guess I could, but like I said, having both of them was a really nice touch for them. And I talked about it. I mean, this head sculpt, it's been a couple of weeks since, I mean, maybe the Wolverine one, the sculpt was really good, but I think this one was a full on 10 out of 10. So I think they fully just did it perfect once I saw it. And it's surprising because you see the Kenobi one and it was very controversial. Like people were saying, it's not that good. It's not that great. But then you get this one from the same series that's just blown out the water. So maybe they just prioritized this one on that sculpt instead of Kenobi. Very interesting to think about, but nonetheless, this is coming to the collection. I can't wait for, I mean, it's Vader, dude. And I'm wondering what the price is because they might get away with a really high price. I'm hoping 360 or something, somewhere around there. If it's higher, I'd be kind of nervous. I'd be, that's a lot of money, but I don't know, man. It's Vader. It doesn't matter. I'm going to get it no matter what. So I'm happy for everyone. Great day for Star Wars fans. Let's go.
Great day for me because I got $200 worth of points that I'm going to use.
There you go.
There you go.
I'm straight all day, every day. I cannot wait till it drops. But here's the thing. Thought we were going to escape it. Obviously, we didn't, because we got Carlos out there. This Vader is a 9.99 out of 10. It would have been a perfect 10 out of 10 if they would have been made out of real leather. I knew he was going to do it. It's only a matter of time. He can't stay away.
I don't know what to believe from this man anymore, man.
I know.
I was saying 10, and I was like, oh no, now that I think about it.
Straight up, man. Straight
Real
up.
leather would have been nice.
I don't know. So, wild card Willie, just because you say you're not going to be a wild card tonight doesn't mean that your wild card still ain't in you, because I know deep down inside there is a piece of that wild card that's going to reveal itself tonight. Anyway, Will, let's think about this piece, man. What you think about this piece, bro?
It's funny, Leia. I don't think I'm going to be a wild card tonight, because all I can really do is echo the sentiments of what everyone else has already said. This figure's fucking awesome. Okay, that's just all there is to it. I mean, this is one of the best Hot Toys I've seen in a while. Like this is one of the best Hot Toys I think that I've ever seen. Probably, I think this is for one. I just think the battle damage, like Carlos and everyone else was saying, is amazing. I love the detail in the layers with the helmet and like how it's cut with different layers. Plus the eye, you can move the eye around. You can do a lot of different stuff with this, and we all knew this was coming. But it's funny looking back on this in hindsight, how at at Sideshow Con and SDCC they didn't show this head sculpt at all. They just showed the original, the non-battle damage version. So that's why. For the longest time, I thought, we're going to get two versions. We're going to get the standard version and then this one. Right. I kind of like that they put it into one like that. But if you were ever going to get duplicates of a figure, this would probably be the one. Because if you don't already have a Vader, that is. If you already have a Vader, I would not get two of these. But I'm like Riley. I have Empire Strikes Back 40th anniversary, and I'm keeping that, and I'm going to get this one. And I'm just going to get one of each. But this figure is beautiful, man. I really think they knocked this one out of the park. It's funny. Vader is like the only character, or one of the few, where every Vader they announced, we're like, this looks fucking sick every time. Like and the changes are usually minor, except this one's a little more major because you have a head sculpt, right, and a slash half mask. But this is, if you were going to buy one Vader, this would be the one. I mean, because either way you slice it. Literally, you could literally put this head sculpt on, right? You could put this head sculpt on and have a cool, like, unique looking Vader, or put the regular one on and you still have a badass looking Vader. You pretty much have very similar to Rogue One Vader. Very similar. Yeah. So I think you have the best of both worlds here. I just can't imagine why anyone would not want this Vader unless you just don't collect Hot Toys, or maybe you hate Star Wars. I don't know. But I think this is pretty much going to be a figure for everyone. Is it pre-order worthy? I say still no. Because I don't think anything is. Because I just am not. I understand where Carlos is coming from, because I get if because Cad Bane, if I felt that way, I would have pre-ordered Cad Bane already, because I know I'm getting Cad Bane, but it's just a matter of when. The example Carlos gave is what I kind of go back to, the battle damage Mark 85. I think we were all saying the same things about that figure that we're saying about this one. It's already 10% off. Like, it's already 10% off, and it's barely been in stock that long. So that's my point. Like, I just feel like if you want to get it day one, that's different. But with this one, I just don't, unless Hot Toys changes something dramatically, I don't think it's going to sell out immediately. Are we all going to get it? Yeah. But am I going to pre-order it? No, because I don't feel like I need to, unless Sideshow puts, say, you can only get the exclusive for 10 days or something. If they do that, then we don't really have a choice. Right. If you want that hologram, then you got to do it, right? Yeah. But short of that, I'm not jumping in, but I know for a fact I'm going to get this. No doubt about it. It's the best Vader I've ever seen, and one of the best Hot Toys, period. And I think this is what gets me excited about Hot Toys, these type of figures. This is this is incredible work that they've done here. So they deserve all the praise and recognition that's coming their way. The website for Sideshow is going to crash when this gets uploaded. It really is. If you go on the Hot Toys subreddit, like, you look at upvoted posts, right? And like, usually when there's an announcement, there's a couple hundred upvotes. The Vader one had like 500. Like, I've never seen that type of really support for one figure like that quickly. So it's this figure has got people really excited, and people are going to go crazy for it.
Yeah, people will go crazy for it. I just hope basically that Sideshow or Hot Toys decides to basically make a throne room, because they'll be the only company that I will ever fucking get a throne room from. I'm just saying that live, and you know why. Anyway, wow. Okay, so we got another Carlos. Yeah. I hope that it's 450, so I can see Star Wars fans cry. So he's not going to get away with it. I mean, he's definitely not going to let that go. But anyway, before we get to Mario, I mean, I want to get to Mario real quick, but I just want to show y'all his response as soon as he basically found out that this thing was coming out.
Indian deer.
This is Mario. This
Is
is
that
Mario.
Mario
this
or
morning.
Carlos?
That's both.
I think I was
This is probably Carlos, but this was Mario. Like I just felt it in the force. This is him when he basically woke up this morning, or when he saw this announcement. This
You're
is
not wrong,
Mario.
man.
Yeah,
You're not wrong,
know.
dude.
I know. That's why I'm saying that, because
Can you please skip Mario and Useby? They're gonna get me to get 2 of these. Can you skip
Yeah.
them over? Let's
No,
get to the
these
next
two.
one.
no, I no, because you have to get to. You don't have a choice, bro.
Nah.
Yeah,
Riley. There's no escape, bro.
No, there is.
Right.
I'm leaving.
There's
I'm out.
not tonight. There's no
No
escape.
escape tonight.
But Mario, what's going on, man? What you think, bro? I mean, I already know what you kind of think, but expand on what you think. What's up?
What a start.
Look, man, okay, so as Marcos mentioned before, I was like advocating for a fully battle damage Vader, right? I would have appreciated the fact that if they would have they gave us the parts that I was expecting. However, when you see something that's fully weathered, with a little bit more on top of it, it just makes it that much more special in my opinion. This is definitely not a deal breaker for that, but I'm actually kind of shocked that they're giving us a clean version in a deluxe edition.
Yeah.
That being said, bro, I need at least 6, man. Let me tell you what. At least a minimum of 6. Okay.
Can't wait to hear.
Okay,
So-
let's hear it.
Y'all know that when I get a character that I like or something that really looks this good on display, I need, with multiple display options, automatically there's 2 of them, right? So 2 of them are definitely going to go in here in the mod case, no doubt. But this thing, I need 2 more for the office in each configuration, and I need 2 more just for a rainy day. For when that body starts weathering or starts wearing out, I've got backups. You know what I'm saying? So there's a minimum right there. Hell, I even have to go 8. Why not? Just make it an even number, man. Who knows? So yeah, hey man. So Carlos, I don't care if 385, 450. It doesn't matter, Carlos. My pockets run deep for this Vader, right? So, it's gonna take a lot more for me to cry about the pricing on this thing. But I mean, they did an amazing job, man. And if you go back and look at the photos, I think that this is actually 2 capes. All right.
Yeah, it is.
No, look at.
Yeah.
Because if you look, one of them is actually gashed in the back, and one of them is clean.
It is.
So you got your wired one. One of them is definitely wired, and the other one is definitely just fully draped. So you have the full effect here. I love it. It's great. It's a banger of a release. Now the thing is, I think would have set it over the top, in my opinion. Is the simplest thing in which, because these hands are a pain in the ass to swap out.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, one of my Vaders is actually damaged from the arm from handling so much, trying to get the damn peg, into the socket.
Yeah.
And I've messed it up. So hopefully I can use this body as a replacement, for that one. I mean, we'll see.
It should
But
be
if they would-
magnetic. They should do something like
That would
that.
be
Dude,
dope.
seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys I don't want to say innovation. I think that term is actually used like way too loosely, these days, but I think if they really wanted to improve on that, magnets would be great, or at least give us a wrist pick for every single hand. Help us out a little bit instead of just throwing in just 2 in the pack.
Yeah.
But I mean, and again too, this thing, I've also been mentioning how the DX line, I think, is like hella diluted, right? It's not what it used to be, considering how little that we get. But looking at this figure, what's all in the box now, I'm just talking about the DX Deluxe, which is whatever. But the fact that
Deluxe.
you've got 2 head sculpts, we've got 2 capes, we got multiple swap outs, we've got 2 bases with the USB powered lightsaber. We got actually multiple lightsabers, multiple display options for these things. The special edition bonus, I mean, that's not for everybody. I know like some of us actually want something a little bit more better, but maybe we'll get something later on down the line. I mean, with the clean Vader sitting on the throne with an Emperor hologram, who knows? But I mean, that would be dope. But I think this is a good representation of the DX of old, in my opinion, for this particular version that we're looking at. And hopefully it's priced right, so where everybody can go ahead and budget it properly and be able to pick it up, man. And it's a great release, man. It's really, I was really, really excited to see this actually finally come out. And again, like I said earlier too, how the fact that I was really thinking that they would give us a clean version in the standard release, and it's kind of funny that it's backwards. They'll give us the clean version in the deluxe release, but I mean, not a deal breaker per se, but yeah, man, it's great, it's fantastic. We're really looking forward to it.
It is. It's super dope. Which would have been dope. I mean, would have really been dope if they would have put like a LED red light inside the helmet a bit. That would have been dope. Like a slight LED. That would have been dope. That would have been
cool.
crazy. I would have loved to see
That'd
something
be.
like that.
I'm sure that'd be an easy mod for somebody.
Yeah, it's
You know,
definitely gonna be an easy mod
yeah.
because I've seen it done. As a matter of fact, Master Sergeant, he got a modded helmet. He actually got a split helmet modded for him. I'll show y'all later. But that's pretty dope. We got a $2 super chat in here from Tobar Keith himself. If the helmet pulsated from that red, that would be dope.
That'd be sick.
That would be pretty
That'd be
cool.
nice.
That would be sick.
That would you would take it over the top if they did something like that. I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely all in.
Dude, I love the way my Uncle Keith thinks, man. That's awesome.
Hell yeah,
Shout out to Uncle Keith.
hell yeah. Master Enabler himself, Useby, man. What you think about this piece, bro? What you think about it, man?
So this picture right here is why you need to. I mean, look at how badass.
Wow,
he
there
was
we
on
go.
left. And I have ESB Vader, and I have the original New Hope Vader.
Yeah,
And I think this
yeah.
one, I don't have Rogue One, so I can't comment on that one. But
I
I
do.
think the picture on the left looks better than pretty much all of them. I don't know if they've improved the articulation with the new body or the new suit or whatever, or this is just something that they're doing and they're like actually fucking up the suit when they're making this pose. But you know, the pose, the cape, everything right there looks fantastic, and that's just the clean version.
Yeah,
The battle damage version is, I think Will said it, is probably one of the best head sculpts they've ever done, as far as realism to the actual show, and just how gritty it looks and the cutaway of the helmet. Yeah, I mean it's damn near perfect. So, and the fact that you get two bases, another reason why you need two. I mean, two display options, you can make them look completely different. The different sabers for when he beat the shit out of Riva, and yeah, it's damn near perfect, man. You know, I agree with Mario. I think it would have been cooler if they did see, look at that one right there, dude. You can't do that with ESB. Just saying.
That's dope.
so I'm thinking. So you're thinking that basically, and I know Mario was talking about this earlier today, that it would be good if they gave us like ratcheted joints for the knees, if they would have those a tad bit more, because it looks like this is really articulated a bit more.
Yeah.
You know, because again, like doing this with the other figures, hell no, it doesn't happen. So could be.
Yeah. So yeah, fully on, you know, bricked up for this figure. Cannot wait to get this figure. It's perfect release for a DX with everything that it comes with, like Mario was saying. Yeah, it's great. I cannot wait for this figure to go up for pre-order. And I know, you know, Will's not pre-ordering, Marco's not pre-ordering, etc. But this is one of those figures where it's like, if you know you're going to get it, is the 10% or so discount that you might get worth potentially losing it? You know what I mean? So it's basically 20%. You're betting $20 that you guarantee it versus like some shit actually happens and they underproduce it. They're not going to, but just in case, you know, how much do you want to bet that you're going to get it or not? So pre-order is not for everybody and it's not for every figure, but for like a Grail figure that like you just cannot live without, you know, that a case can be made for sure. So yeah, cannot wait for Cam to get one or two of these.
It's the man of the hour. Let's get him into it.
That's really interesting, man, that you said that. I'm so happy that you did basically say that, because it, you know, Cam.
It's time.
It is Cam time. It is definitely Cam time. So, everybody out there, you know, I saw somebody. What did they put out there? Like Darth Cam. That was going around hashtag Darth Cam.
Yep.
So Cam,
Oh, look, he's lit up red. Look at that.
and you did, and it is lit up red. So I like the red display. So I'm loving that. So he did go Sith red. I'm proud of you, cuz. I'm proud. So here's the thing. So Cam, it's safe to say that between our conversation earlier today and now, that you're pretty much on board for this Vader. Am I right?
Oh yeah, I'm with it.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm about to unfollow all y'all asses after I get it, but just to save my pockets. But yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm definitely gonna get it. Honestly, it's a great figure. It would definitely be my first DX, 100%. Because with Marvel, they don't have any DXs. So I think this is just one of those figures that you gotta get, or you're gonna definitely regret it down the line. But I keep thinking about pairing it up with that Ahsoka from Clone Wars.
Yeah,
I think that would look super dope. Even though I think we talked about it earlier, the slice in the helmet was on the opposite side of the helmet, but it's like all right, minor details. You know what I'm saying? So I think posing it together would still look great.
I knew Mario would say something.
Of course, Mario's gonna
because
say
If
something.
you think about the episode,
Yeah.
you want to be accurate with
Well,
it
from
was
a
actually
certain
on
point of
Rebels
view.
and not Clone Wars. You know what I'm saying?
all right,
So,
just move on.
Don't listen to him, Cam. Don't listen to him. Do what you want, man. Do what
no,
you
get
want.
them, Cam. Definitely get them. Both of them.
That's it.
Ahsoka.
I don't
and
want it
Vader, bro.
anymore, Mario. Never mind. Just forget it. Going back to
Spoiled
Iron,
it for Cam.
going back to Iron Man.
Oh,
Turn the-
Cam,
turn the light
no,
back
no,
on.
bro.
Screw it. It's like no. No. I'm definitely gonna get it though. It's an amazing piece, and like Carlos said, the levels of damage within the helmet too, I think is super dope.
Yeah.
Even that one rolling eye effect,
Mm-hmm.
they were able
One
to.
rolling eye.
Yeah, it's like the one rolling eye. They were even like decided to throw that in there, you know.
Yeah.
So it's definitely gonna be an amazing figure for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, that was my biggest question too, because I had to actually go back and look, examine it, and I'm like, yeah, it's probably only going to be a half a head sculpt in there. It's not going to be like a whole head sculpt. So yeah, I didn't want to get too excited about that.
Maybe they're
But yeah,
saving it.
definitely.
So Cam, did I hear that Ahsoka is going to be your first Star Wars figure? Actually, you just said that, right?
I was gonna wait on that.
Now you did say that. Though,
I gotta
Cam.
get the other one, and then I'm like,
Nah, you did. You can't. You did say
Uh-oh.
that though, bro. You
Just
did
get both
actually say.
Ahsokas. That works.
You did say that. You brought that up. So when you said that, you have to get at
you
least
rally
one.
right now. He's saying
What?
all this stuff.
I didn't
He's
say
adding
nothing.
extra stuff.
you-
I guess I'll add maybe. I don't know.
You have
Don't
to.
quote me on
Because
shit
you
tonight,
have
okay?
to get Ahsoka, and you also have to get Luke, and then you also have to get oh
Obi-Wan.
man, you got to actually go back and get a Grill
Then I gotta-
Krennic,
Yep.
and then you also have to basically get an Emperor. Then you have to also get the an Imperial Guard. You have to get all of them. Like you really have to at the point.
And then I gotta take out a loan,
Yeah, bro. Like, this is how it's gonna be.
refinance my home, and then boom, I'm good to go. Like
Yeah, like I'm sorry, but that's what you're gonna definitely have to do.
those
I
are
mean,
the steps that need to be taken.
yeah,
I get
but,
it.
you
Sacrifices
just-
got to be made. I get it.
Yeah, you definitely have to do that though. But anyway, so here's so here's what I kind of wanted to zoom in on right here. So
Oh yeah.
Who is that guy?
they it's like, yo, they wasted no time in letting us know what's going to be the next figure, because normally we don't even get the sneak peek of an entire complete head sculpt. Sometimes it's just like the side profile or the back of the head, or they'll blur it out somehow. But they just told us that, yeah, we're doing a Grand Inquisitor as well. And Carlos, I know you was like, yeah, we can shit on this one, but I'm going to start with here's where the wild card begins. Will, we have the Grand Inquisitor right here, and it looks okay. Aesthetically, it looks great, but what do you think about this piece? And do you think it is better to release this piece first before Riva? What's your opinion?
Really good, really good questions, Leo. I actually think the figure looks cooler than the character did. So I don't know how that happened, but like the character was kind of like, I didn't really watch Rebels or anything like that. So just going into Kenobi with a blank slate, saying like, oh, Great Inquisitor, I would think I was expecting more. I think I was like, he was okay, he wasn't terrible, but I wasn't really feeling like his look or really the portrayal of the character all that much. It was just kind of very underwhelming to me. Like he was not the standout in any way, in really any scene, I felt like. But it's not like I felt like he was terrible. But I do feel like this is a figure that I think, a decent amount of people are going to want, especially the diehard Star Wars fans that really love Rebels and want something like this. I do think there's going to be a demand for this. They are going to make it. Like you said, Leo, the fact they already showed a picture in the background like that, they are going to make it. Maybe they put out another Vader, just a regular Vader, a 2-pack or something with him. Like, and you could have that option. Like, that could be something too. But I think they are going to make this for sure. I think the figure looks pretty cool. Like I said, somehow they made the figure look cooler than the character actually did in real life, which is actually good to Hot Toys. The question about Riva, I'm not convinced Riva gets made, Leo. I'm
not even knowing that this Vader comes with the severed or the split head.
She might. I wouldn't. I mean, like, I'm not gonna say 0%, but I would be surprised. Like, I just have a feeling they're not gonna do her, but they might. I don't know. But I just think there was enough polarization with the character where they're gonna be like, I don't know. And then they'd probably tackle like easier troopers or something like that. Grand Inquisitor, they all have the same outfits. I guess all you gotta do is change the head sculpt pretty much, and change the body, I guess, for Reva. But I don't know. I mean, it's not impossible. I would just say I don't think she's gonna get made personally, but it's Star Wars. You never know. I mean, Star Wars hot right now.
Okay,
They might
so
cash in.
with that being said, though, none of us thought that they were going to make a Michael Morbius.
Yeah, that's true, because that movie bombed real hard.
Exactly.
They might have had to make that though. 'cause
Yeah,
it's
maybe they
Sony.
did. Maybe they have to make Reva too. I mean, I don't know, but
I don't know.
I don't know. But
it's just like a tease to basically give Vader both the blades, and not make her to me. But
yeah, they did.
I mean,
That's true. They did give Vader the blade, but the Grand Inquisitor looks really cool. Like, I do think it's a cool looking figure. I mean, you're probably looking at like maybe 285, 290 for him. Like, that's not bad nowadays. This Vader 2-pack, I think like Carlos was saying, people are going to be surprised. I think probably 385 or higher. I think that's probably about right for Vader for this 2-pack. But for Grand Inquisitor, probably like 285 or something. But I think he looks really cool. I mean, he's definitely going to get made, I think. But Reva is, I don't know. It could be a coin flip. I don't know. But I just have a suspicion she's not going to get made.
That's going to be interesting and sad at the same time.
Yeah.
Carlos, what you think? Because I know you've been ready to go in on this piece, bro.
He wants both. He's getting Reva.
I'm going to get you out the way first. So what you think about this piece, man?
All right, man. So look, this is a piece only for hardcore Star Wars fans, right? That's all it is. Just like Marvel, Eternals. I'm gonna get those shit, the shit characters.
They're all. Which one? They're all.
You know what I mean? All the Eternal ones, whatever. The both of them, bullshit. Peanut the Grail. But anyway,
Turd number 1, turd number 2. Oh, there you go.
It's right here. It's turd number 3. But yeah, man, it's. I think only Star Wars fans are gonna get this because the show wasn't well received. I mean, I don't really think the Grand Inquisitor was kind of boring in the show. I haven't really seen Rebels, so I really don't have any connection to it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the figure looks pretty cool, just like Morbius, right? I think I'll rather get Morbius over this shit. But that's just. I think I don't know if they're gonna make all the Inquisitors. I'll rather make the rest of the team of the Eternals than them make this, because I think Eternals is better than Kenobi at this point.
Bruh.
You know what I mean? No,
that's harsh. Come on, bro.
But oh man, it looks cool. But again, it's a thing of a character versus figure, right? The character selects ass, but the figure's pretty cool. Morbius is the same thing. So, and if you're gonna pick up Morbius, might as well pick up this shit too. But
it's not very positive about this.
I know.
Definitely wasn't positive. But,
why is he here?
I don't know. Just get him out.
Hey,
Thina's a grail. Nice.
Thina's a grail?
Thina's a grail, bro.
He can't stay
Who's Thina?
all the time.
Who is that?
From Eternals.
Eternals.
What's that?
Hey,
Never heard of this.
The worst Marvel movie ever made.
Okay. Riley, what you think about the Inquisitor, bro? Is this something you'll pick up?
I'm gonna be on the opposite. I think I'd pick this up, and I think that it would sell better. Honestly, what was that? Oh, you talking about?
Stop.
Okay. Wow. No, dude, I'm serious though. I mean, I think it looks like aesthetically cool, and I feel like there's a lot of Star Wars collectors out there, and I feel like this would just stand like really good with people who have their collections already, because you're getting like, I mean, an Inquisitor. I mean, like Carlos said, like he wasn't really a standout. I think he was like in like 2 episodes. It's kind of weird. He wasn't really in it that much. I hoped he would be more in it, but I mean, that's just not how it is. But I feel like this one will be more hot, like maybe in the future, because if you think about it, we are getting the Ahsoka show, which I imagine he's going to be in it. So I don't know how the timeline works, but he may be somewhere in the future for sure. I mean, the actor said he's going to return to Star Wars. So I'm saying like, maybe like right now it'll probably not sell well, honestly. But like maybe if like he makes an appearance and just like he kills it, he just does great. He has a lot of good fighting like sequences. Maybe people will be like, hey, I'm going to pick this up. And maybe at one point it may become a chase, but maybe I'm talking crazy, but I know Carlos is shaking his head. But and regardless, I think that the figure, like I said, just looks like a really cool, like, and I think villains in the Star Wars universe is like really like gets people excited because they like their villain display in the Star Wars universe. So Grand Inquisitor is such an important character in the television shows, but in Kenobi specifically, he didn't really stand out as much. But to me, I'd probably still pick him up just because I think having him next to Vader, and if Reva comes, I mean, it's interesting what you said about Reva. Like, I don't know if she'll get made. It's kind of the same thing with Will. Like, I don't it's kind of interesting how we're already seeing the full like head sculpt and body for the Grand Inquisitor, who's in it for like 2 episodes, but we haven't seen anything of Reva. So that would kind of tell to me that maybe they're not going to do her because they kind of would have showed her already or had her worked on, unless maybe they're just working on the sculpt. Who knows? But regardless, I think that this one people are still going to pick up regardless because, like we said, Star Wars is hot. It's kind of the trend at the moment. Yeah. But who knows? It might change and we'll just have to see. But I'm excited about it. And it looks like he might have like LED on his chest to light up, unless that's just colored in. I can't tell. That would be dope. But yeah,
who knows?
Yeah, it's awesome. That would be cool if they had like light up eyes. I don't know if they can do that. That would be kind of cool because I know his eyes like kind of glow in the show, like if he gets angry or in the Clone War series. So
yeah,
really cool. Regardless, I like it.
Yeah, definitely. Are you getting this, man?
I don't know. I want to see the whole thing for sure.
Yeah.
I agree. I think his character in the show was so not used a whole lot, and he looks so different from the Rebels representation. It's kind of interesting, but depending on the price and depending on that, I mean, I think it was Riley or maybe Will said that like I love Star Wars villains. The more Star Wars villains I can have, the better. So I mean, I say that, but I'll probably end up getting it. But it might just be something I wait on. I think the tailoring on what we could see of the suit looks good. The head sculpt looks good. So yeah, we'll see. I like villains. I hope they make Reva as well. I don't see why they wouldn't, unless they're saving her for her spinoff show or whatever. So,
there's a spinoff show?
I thought so, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
God, I hope not.
Oh my God.
So yeah, we'll see. I don't know. We'll see how this guy turns out. But yeah, I mean, more villains the better. It just might be something. I don't have a great connection to him in this form, so maybe we'll see how it pans out. But yeah, I think it looks cool enough for those who will love it.
Definitely, man. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's again, I have to see it once we get that prototype, once they give us more pictures, and then I'll be able to kind of, make a determination. I mean, again, we've always wanted Inquisitors, but this isn't the Inquisitor that I wanted. I definitely would have gotten that second sister if they would have released that.
1,000%.
Yeah. That is a phenomenal figure. I don't know why they did. Come on, man. That right there was money in the bank. So who knows? I mean, I really, 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 really hope that they make Reva. I've been saying that from day one. I want that figure. So, just alone, it'd be good to have it to kind of follow with the trilogy itself. Marco, what do you think about this Inquisitor, man?
I'm big on the dark side and, Sith figures. So I think this actually translates really well to a figure, as a few other people have mentioned. I wasn't a big fan of him in the show, but, Riley mentioned the Ahsoka show. I'm going to say Jedi Fallen Order 2. I forget the real name of it. If he pops up in that, which it seems like he might have a high likelihood of doing so,
good point.
I think this could be a figure that I really would want to go after. So yeah, I'm excited that they're teasing this. I hope they do release it and that we do actually get a few more from the line overall, because even though I didn't love the show, I think there was a lot of redeeming qualities and a lot of the character designs were beautiful. So yeah, really hoping we get this guy actually released. And I just want to say, where's our Cal Kestis? We're going to get another shot at him. Please release that. You've already got the BD droid, so Will didn't like that take. He bounced out. But yeah, don't play around. Give us that Cal Kestis.
Yeah, they definitely have to give us that Cal Kestis to stop playing around, man, because this is idiotic.
I would have bet money that Cal Kestis was going to show up in this Kenobi show at like a post credit or something like that, because it's happening at the same time. So I would have bet money that he would have shown up, but they didn't. But we need him.
Yeah, there's so many different figures that we actually need. They need to complete that Clone Wars line that they said they would.
Yes.
There's so much, that we need that we, definitely haven't gotten. So, Mario, what you think about this Inquisitor, man?
I think it looks great. I mean, aesthetically, like you mentioned, I thought when scrolling through this picture, I thought this was a screen still. From the actual
Photoshop,
show. It looks really really good, man. I mean, but the fact that you mentioned, they're not going to do Reva. She's definitely coming, guys. I mean, I think she was all over the advertising. Every time that we saw Ewan and Hayden together, she was always there as well. Moses Ingram was always there, with her, in the mix. Her character is definitely coming. Just give her time. I mean, we don't even have this is just a tease. And we know not all teases actually come to fruition, but this is a high possibility considering how hot Star Wars is. We're most likely going to see this Inquisitor. But bro, you mentioned Trilla earlier, man. I want her over everything.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, when it comes to the Inquisitors, she was like, dude, I loved her story. She's an incredible character, man. The character design is fantastic, man. I love that. I love that design.
Yeah.
So if I would hope that they would someday just actually go back and bring that one out. I'd be all in for it. But no, this looks great. But this is definitely this is going to go one of two ways. Either going to overproduce this and this is just going to go straight to the bargain bin.
Yep.
Like after the first 2 weeks of release, or this is something they're not going to make that many of, and then it'll go chase. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But for me, as a crazy Star Wars collector that I am, of course I'll be picking this up when it comes out.
Yeah, definitely. I again, like I said, I know I'll have it. I still want to see more, and I still want Reva. They just, in my opinion, they have to give us a Reva, man. Like,
she's coming,
no
dude.
question. So
she's coming.
I definitely can't wait to see that happen. Cam, what you think, bro? You going because if you're getting the Vader, you have to.
He's that excited about this.
Yeah, I got so excited I almost knocked my microphone down. God.
Yeah, so if you get Vader, you have to get this piece. You don't have a choice.
I don't know, man. So it looks good. Like Mario said, aesthetically it looked good. But I was like really on the fence because I was like, yo, I mean, Mario made me feel better just now that they're gonna make a Reva. He kind of reassured me because if they don't make a Reva, this Darth Vader would be the only Star Wars figure I ever get. And I'd be like, nah, I'm done. I'm not going back to it. That's it. I'd just be like, I'm gonna cut off the IP. But
wow.
Yeah, so I'm excited for the Vader. That it looks good, but it's like I gotta wait for what I want. Because I mean, we only saw this dude with a British accent for like 2 episodes, right?
Yeah.
And then we saw Reva for the whole entire season. But that makes you think about also like if they're waiting on this, do you think they're going to do a Leia 2? Or they're not going to do a Leia because, of course, they don't do really well with smaller figures or also kids as well. You know what I'm saying? As far as sculpting. So I don't know. It's a lot to think about as far as like people that they'll keep going down this line for. But no, I'm not getting it.
I mean, it would make sense for them to do a Leia, man. If they're going to give us that damn, Grogu set, accessory set, that's going to sit for a long time. It's definitely going to sit for a long time. Then they can give us a Leia that's of more value. You know what I mean? That's what I think, So I don't know why they would kind of play themselves and not do it. But it definitely would make sense.
I would love to have that, man. I mean, just to set up like a little timeline. I got little Leia. I got Leia from original trilogy, and then later on General Leia.
I hope they do it, but I don't think they'll do it. I hope so.
Yeah, you never know with them because I'm telling you, bro, if they gave us a Michael Morbius, which was
anything's possible. Anything's possible.
Yeah, the crazy part has been a lot of surprises recently. Like it's been a lot of figures that haven't been on the radar that they kind of just threw out there to us.
That Wolverine.
So we've been seeing a lot of curveballs lately.
89 Batman.
Yeah. Even that Wolverine, right? The Wolverine was just kind of like out of nowhere. I don't know. Keep them coming. See.
Yeah, we'll definitely see, man. I mean, they might as well. They might as well stop playing and just give us something, bro, and just let us be happy about that. But I think the general consensus right now is that this Vader is a must-have for everybody, and this will come home. The Inquisitor is more of a me and Mario. I know me and Mario would definitely get it. Just to have it. I mean, it's Star Wars definitely, but that's a toss up. Plus I would have thought that Will would have been in more full support since they basically do share, the bald heads in common.
I was gonna say, he looked kind of like Will a little.
He looks like Will. Will can cosplay.
Yeah, but Will has a beard now, so he's all elite status. If he's bald with no beard, he ain't getting it, man.
That's true. Kratos or bust.
You right there with me, Will.
I'm with you, Cam.
Cut mine down a little bit.
Your beard's a little thicker than mine, but
it's okay. I'm gonna cut it down. We're gonna be even again.
There you go.
Don't worry.
We'll be twinsies. That
so what? Y'all crazy. So basically, again, it will have it. So pretty much everybody out there, everybody out in the chat, man, let me know what y'all think. Are y'all getting this piece? Are y'all getting Vader? Of course we got the booty bots out there. The booty bots.
The booty bots.
My God.
Oh man, the booty bots. They saw Vader was like, yo, I got to come in real quick. So the booty bots were there.
It's damn red light.
Crowbar was like the booty alert, booty bot alert. So yeah, the booty bots was there. Just take them away. They're gonna come back again because for some reason they love this show. So anyway, moving on. I kind of wanted to jump into something else, a bit different. Again, it's like I said. I mean, the title of the show was,
Marvel?
looking towards the future. Yeah, I mean, not Marvel. Hell no.
No.
Looking towards the future when it comes to like these companies. We have Hot Toys, we have Sideshow, we have InArts, we have, again, we're still basically waiting to see what J&D does with their 6 scale. What they're saying is their projection, what, next year or something like that, or possibly. What did they say anything? Because nothing's been said since.
I think they've been quiet. Yeah,
they've been extremely quiet when it comes to their pieces. So we have no idea, what's coming, if it's going to be factored in, or we've just passed SDCC, and we know that Hot Toys had a heavy presence there. But then again, it's like, all right, you show these things, and Vader was on the list, so I guess they're going to start now moving into the next phase of giving us some of those pre-orders, or some of those prototypes that we saw are going to probably go up on for pre-order. So if you guys had to guess, you know what I mean, and I said, guess this is, I labeled this, things to come. Then I mean that's just basically the title of this next thing, things to come. So if you can guess, and I'm gonna start with you, Carlos, since you like to troll and shit. I'm gonna start with you first. If you had to guess, now we got Vader today. If you had to guess what would be next out of everything that was on that list, everything that we actually saw from SDCC, what do you think it'd be? What do you think would be the next logical choice out of everything that we actually saw? What would make sense, business wise, or what the most hypes around it? I kind of know one thing you're gonna say,
Reva.
but I know you, being the logical person you are, you're going to probably recant that and go back into thinking about, all right, well, what's the obvious, or what would be the smarter thing for them to get it out the way and just kind of generate some revenue? What do you think would be the next logical choice, bro?
Yeah, I mean, obviously N1 I would have said, right? Because I want that, but I think
Not happening.
they're actually gonna make something. Will probably have to be a Spider-Man at this point, right? I don't think they're gonna announce 89 Batman, but I would have to say Toby would be next.
Yes.
The figure looked really great. There was a lot of hype, so I would say Toby would be the next thing that they announced that we saw from San Diego Comic-Con. I hope they make the N1, but it'd probably be Toby. Yeah.
So you think Toby would be the next?
Yeah, it would either be Toby or
Good man.
I don't want to say 89 Batman. Honestly, I think that can wait because you know what I mean. That can wait. But I would say Toby. Toby, Toby. Let's go with Toby.
You would go with Toby. Okay, so you would actually go with Toby, and it's pretty good. Now I know Riley, you're excited about that. Now if they go with Toby, okay. So if they go with Toby, Riley, are there things that you feel as though would need fixed, things you want to see differently, or you'll take it as is? Like, what do you think, bro?
I mean, for one thing, I want to see, which I think basically everyone would want, is the head sculpt from Tobey Maguire. I mean, if we look at the Spider-Man 3 figure, that's when we got one of the Tobey Maguire head sculpts in it. Obviously, now it's really aged. That one came out ages ago. So I think that's something that, if they don't do a head sculpt for this one, I would be like super disappointed. But I think I'm expecting them to have a head sculpt for this one, because if you look at his neck, he has the same seam line as Andrew's, and Andrew has the head sculpt. So I think that this one's kind of a definite. I don't know if they'll like be ready to show it, because I think there was a rumor saying that Tobey Maguire, like the likeness rights for it, so they're having trouble like getting that right now, so it's not fully ready yet. So I don't know if maybe like they'll announce it but have like the head sculpt but not show it, like say it's coming soon or something, kind of like what they did with the Green Goblin, where we didn't see the Willem Dafoe's head sculpt. It might be something like that. But like I said, I think you do need a head sculpt with this. I think the body's massively, I'm totally happy with it. I mean, if you put the Andrew one and this one next to each other, this one's like totally revamped. It's a lot better. So yeah, I'd be happy with what I see here. But like I said, you got to have the head sculpt. And I don't want the younger Toby look. I kind of want the older one from No Way Home. So I hope they don't do that, where they kind of make a younger version. I'd want the older version. So, but yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for that. I'd be happy with it.
You definitely. Okay. So we got to vote for Toby. Will Foxy Feet Acacia, bro, what you basically think was in the next logical choice as far as a release? Do you agree with these guys? Do you think that Toby would be the next go-to?
Yeah, I think so. I think Toby and Andrew make a lot of sense, and even though Carlos does want it, I think he makes a good point about the N1. It's funny, Leo. More like we dissect the N1, I think they're gonna make it. I just I base that totally off a hunch and speculation, but I mean I think they are gonna make it. And same goes with this Toby. They're making Toby. I mean, Vultures should also come soon. They've already teased that. You can't tease Vulture as many times as they have now and not make him. So, I mean, I think they're pretty much locked into making him at this point. So Vulture could come, and that figure looks really cool, honestly. Like, the more, I don't really have as much connection to that character, but the more I see that figure, I'm like, damn, that's a really cool looking figure. Space Killer, incredible. Yes, but a lot of presence. But yeah, I'd say the N1. Leo. 1-2 that we have not seen that we know is going to come eventually is Gore. Like Gore the God Butcher. He's going to be made probably. So
you think so?
I think so. Yeah, it's Christian Bale.
They get more of a Jane Foster. Hopefully,
they'll probably make her too. Yeah, I would think they're going to make both of them. Yeah, but that's a good point too, Riley. Probably both of them. But because funnily, I saw Thor and I thought it was like okay. I mean, it was good enough, but not great. But I really liked Gore in it. I really liked Gore. He was great. So I was like, damn, that would be a cool looking figure. So I would say him, then the Spider-Man, then the N1 and Vulture. So a lot of Spider-Man stuff in there. But I would say next is probably Andrew going to go up. He's not up for pre-order yet, right?
Well, Andrew is.
The
Hot Toys posted it.
But Andrew's not up for like Sideshow yet.
No.
Right. So he's probably going to be the next one to go up officially. And then at that point, it'll probably be Toby and then Vulture and maybe N1, something like that. But, or maybe we get Reva. Like Reva could drop, right? So, that's what I would say. But I'd say a lot of Spider-Man stuff, per usual.
Right. Per Spider-Man. So, okay. So you said Spider-Man and you said that you think that this N1 is going to get made.
I think so. I think there's enough demand for it. Even though it's going to be like $1,300 probably. I think there's enough demand for people that want it.
I think the only person on here that doesn't think they're going to make this is Mario. But
not happening.
I don't think they're gonna make it either, dude. It's way too big in person.
Wait. Marco,
you saw it in person as well. What do you think, man?
Yes, my sir.
You just said no.
You said you don't think they're gonna make this, man?
I don't think they're gonna make it. I think I would love them to. I think it would be great if they actually did. I mean, seeing it in person, it's so detailed, the moving parts, the LEDs that they had in it and stuff like that. But it is so big. Like it is huge. You have to hang it on a wall or have like 6 feet of a shelf to display it on. It's huge. So I personally don't think they're going to make it. But if they do, I'll be pleasantly surprised. I'll say that.
Wow.
Sorry, I know. Hey, maybe I'm the curveball today, but yeah, I don't know.
That's damn near interesting. Wildcard USB. That's really interesting. Wow, I appreciate that. Cam, what do you think is going to be the logical?
Were you sleeping?
By the way,
I passed out for a second.
Oh my God,
we got a $1.99 super chat. If the M1 is made, I'll get a Star Wars.
That is a lie. No chance.
I'll get it on my middle finger so I can always flip people off with Star Wars.
No chance in hell that he would actually do that. But Cam, what do you think is going to be the logical choice, man?
I'm gonna be not a wild card here, I guess, but I'm gonna say something that hasn't been announced yet is gonna be the next announcement. I'm gonna say Miss Marvel is gonna come out, bro. Since the show just finished up and we're starting to get closer to the territory of looking at She-Hulk and all these other Marvel movies, I think this would probably be a prime time for them to drop an announcement from Miss Marvel. Because if not, it'll get lost in transition in between She-Hulk, and then in November we've got Black Panther Wakanda Forever coming out, and there's going to be a lot of releases with that. So I think they're going to be dropping a lot of stuff in the next couple weeks, just trying to get it all out before it gets overwhelming.
Well, see, it's crazy. It's interesting that you said that, because what I was thinking is because of the hype now and the heavy push surrounding the Wakanda Forever trailer, I'm thinking that they would probably even push this
that's
like
true.
now.
That's true.
Yeah,
Could be.
And get it out there, because just to kind of put that at the forefront. I know it's what if, but it's still T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman likeness type of animated figure. So it would make sense for them to try to push this, at least put it up for pre-order, and kind of capitalize on some of that buzz, because that trailer, just today it's became one of the most viewed trailers, for a while. It's actually tripled the viewing on the last movie itself. So it's a lot to say about it, but I was thinking that this would be something that they could kind of, dive into and get out there. Marcos, what do you think about it, man? What do you think about what do you think would probably be the logical choice from what we saw from SDCC?
So I think the problem here is we're all saying logical choice and trying to step into the shoes of Hot Toys and be like, okay, here's what makes logical sense. We know that they don't really operate that way.
Exactly.
So let's say if they were using actual logic on what's hot, then the N1 Starfighter, I will say, seeing that in person, I had the same kind of thought as Useby, like, holy shit, this is massive. I still do think they're going to make it, but it is way bigger than I even thought. So that one's still borderline. As Will said, the Vulture, like, I'm so incredibly excited for that. So those are the logical choices. Logical, I mean, for a movie that's very old, but I'm going to say the Dark Knight Rises Armory. So that with a companion piece of an upgraded Bane, I think, Hot Toys they haven't really shown their cards in terms of competition with InArt. They're just kind of like upping their game on all their releases. But I think with that Joker kind of on the horizon, they might double down on some of their Batman releases. And so I know this Armory is something that's been shown before and put back in the drawer. So perhaps, it goes back in the drawer, but it looks really, really awesome. So I think if we got something like this to go with the DX19, and then we got an upgraded Bane, so they can kind of show us, the new tech that they're working on. I think that would make, well, it wouldn't make any sense whatsoever, but it would be in line with what Hot Toys would do. So that's what I'm going to go with.
So you think that the Armory would make sense? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. And I really liked this figure. I think this Bruce Wayne with the cane, like, it's a dope, unique piece. So I'm hoping they release this.
That's definitely interesting.
Gigi's
Mario,
in the chat. Look at her.
Gigi is
Yes.
Oh, there she is.
And neither do you, Marco. Just speak with the same tone that you use.
She always,
Wow.
always pops in.
Yo,
Uncalled for.
Mario, what you think, bro? What do you think is something that you would think that they would possibly, or we would see next?
I think everyone makes a great point for the Spider-Man figures to come out. I completely agree with that. You also make a great point about the what if T'Challa. Marco's got a great point with this one as well. Yeah, I do agree with Marco in regards to timing, because that's not their thing, but I would like to see the rest of the Bad Batch release, considering that they did finally show tech.
Yeah.
Right. So now
sure.
we've only got 2 of them on pre-order out of the 5. So it'd be a perfect time to finish dropping the rest of them as well. I don't know if you guys are aware, but I think ACGHK is this weekend. So we might be getting some more stuff from the summer showcase this weekend. Yeah. I think it goes down Saturday, I think, through Wednesday or Tuesday or something like that.
Wow.
But so yeah, that's coming up. That usually happens right after SDCC. So we'll probably get a couple more figures to talk about next week. But yeah,
okay.
Yeah, my vote's going for the Bad Batch.
You think, oh, all right. So you said the Bad Batch, which is interesting because now, and that's even considering the simple fact that now you're talking about the figures that they haven't released or revealed. For the Bad Batch, right?
Yeah, with Tech, Crosshair, and Wrecker.
Yeah.
This one, these guys.
They keep showing Crosshair too. They keep showing.
Yeah, they are. There's Ricka and Tick.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll get these.
Omega.
Hopefully they'll come out soon, because season 2 is just around the corner as well, like right around September or something like that. So yeah, this would be. I mean, again, they're not always the best at timing, but it would be nice.
And even so, you think that even with the delay on both Hunter and Echo, yeah.
Joe isn't bad.
They're coming. Okay. They're coming.
Yeah, wow, Carlos. Wild card.
Okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. So, all right. So I guess, all right. So we basically saw at SDCC, we saw that Hot Toys decided to reveal that Peacemaker. And we saw that they actually made major changes on that. You know what I mean? Now, again, we talked about this months ago. You know, ever since that InArts Joker dropped, you know, we were like, it is going to stir up some competition. You know what I mean? It's going to stir up where people are going to go back. I mean, we knew that they, you know, there was a possibility that they would fix the head sculpt, but the entire body, making it seamless, I didn't see that coming. Like, I really, really didn't see that portion of it coming, which makes me wonder, like, why the hell would you actually put out that Peacemaker the way you did the first time anyway? Was it just to capitalize on hype at that time? You were just impatient? You know what I mean? You just, you know, should have waited. But right. I bring this up is because, again, I think we're seeing, like, do you think that there's like a, you know, Hot Toys has just stepped in the arena to like call out InArts and let them know that, yo, we ain't to be fucked with. Like, literally, like, you know what I mean? Like, InArts was like kind of throwing darts. Like, they were throwing some darts in there, like just throwing things at them. And it's like, you just woke up a bear, bro. You woke the bear, the sleeping bear. And now it's like the rage of the war is on. You know what I mean? We see that with Vader. You know what I mean? We see that, you know, where this Vader, like, pretty much is like literally one of the dopest releases that I've seen yet. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing else that's going to top that right now to me. And I think that they've really set that bar up there again. And I'm more so anticipating that Vader than I am that InArts Joker, even though I know I want to get that InArts Joker and it's coming. But you know, I'm more hype about that. So you think that, you know, Hot Toys has stepped in the arena and just like now they're just kind of throwing their gloves in. It's like, yo, all right. And like, we're here. You think it's going to be a back and forth war now, especially considering that, you know, InArts is make their presence felt and they're going after them with certain IPs or similar IPs. You think it's going to be, I'm gonna start with you, Will. What do you think about that, man?
Dude, I don't know, man. I think they are paying attention to InArt. I think that is something that they are watching. I mean, it would have been actually pretty interesting, like Carlos had said, if they made that Vader real leather. Then at that point, I think I would have been like, that's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting innovation, you know, considering what InArt's been doing. But that Wolverine is. So the Wolverine is a real leather jacket. So that is something that they're paying attention to and looking at. The USB lightsabers, that could just be totally unrelated to InArt. That could be Australia. So that could just be because Hot Toys is like, well, we got to change something because maybe these battery laws could go to other countries or, you know, whatever. And then we could have a situation where these just don't work, right? And the batteries kind of suck. No one really likes them anyway. So, but I think, Leia, I think it's a good question. They are paying attention to InArt. I do think they're going to maybe go after, I mean, Hot Toys they have the big licenses. So InArt is really playing catch up. I mean, InArt is going after Warner Bros. Licenses, which they have some good ones, Lord of the Rings, they have Batman, DC, whatever, but they don't have Star Wars and Marvel. So that's really where Hot Toys is pretty much always going to be ahead until InArt gets a license like that. But that's going to be really challenging. For me, though, I do think it's, you know, with every Hot Toys, the price is inching closer to InArt. Yeah. So, I mean, that's something too. I mean,
that's
I don't know.
worry.
I don't know if that's kind of backfired on us. That was something I was kind of concerned about. But, you know, I do think quality of it will eventually go up, but price will also go up. So Hot Toys, InArt's going to make Hot Toys probably even better as long as they're releasing good products. And then, you know, but the prices are going to go up for both of them. So as they compete. And then when J&D comes into the fold, and the figures hopefully look really, really good, then the quality and prices are also both going to go up. So we're going to get what we want in better figures, but we're also going to get a byproduct of higher prices, I feel like.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's you know, it's a catch-22, I guess. But I would say that overall, I mean, you know, they are paying attention. I mean, InArt's goal, I guess, they're going for a different market, they say. Or John said they're not even really going for a market. He said they're not targeting a specific market of collectors. But to me, it seems like they clearly are. Like, they're going after someone who would pay $500 for a figure. So compared to someone who would pay $370 or $285, right? So it's a little bit of a different one, I feel like. But yeah, I mean, I do think competition breeds good product. So I think that at the end of the day, you know, we're going to get better things as collectors and have more options. But as far as licenses go, I don't think anyone's getting these licenses anytime soon from Hot Toys.
Yeah, which sets Hot Toys pretty much above the rest, which gives them the keys to the kingdom to do whatever they want to do. Exactly, Star Wars and Marvel. And, you know, so that's one of the things that, you know, I believe for them it's huge. It's huge for them because they actually they play in that field because they know that it generates the most revenue because it's the most popular IP. DC is iffy. You know what I mean? With Warner Brothers properties, like, okay, yeah, it's like a hit and miss depending on how well the property or the product is. Yeah, I mean, and you can't, like Carlos, you said this before, like you can't keep going after the same things. You know what I mean? Constantly. What do you think about this thing between, Hot Toys and InArts? And do you think that Hot Toys is like, yo, all right, you woke the sleeping giant, so let's see if you can keep up. What you think?
Yeah, I think, and I'll second what Will, was saying, that I think when we look at InArt, and you're releasing or, paying 500, 550 or more now, even that Joaquin Joker, as opposed to rumor, $600, $700 potentially. I think when you start getting into, first of all, those prices are fucking crazy, right? The fact that you can buy a PS5 for less than that or around, we're out here getting a fucking toy. But either way, man, I don't. I mean, Hot Toys obviously is releasing a really badass Vader, but if they were really concerned, right, and wanted to match InArt, then they would have made that suit out of leather, and maybe they do, right? Maybe they change that, but I doubt it. I think what we're gonna see is obviously figures that are really high quality, like a Vader and all these, gonna be $400 plus consistently. So I think they're paying attention as much, not necessarily with materials, because like Will said, they have Marvel, they have Star Wars. You know what I mean? You're not gonna stop collecting to go get a fucking Pennywise or something. You know what I mean? Or a Neo.
Right.
You're just not gonna do that. It's Marvel and Star Wars at this point. So they really don't have to do much, honestly, to keep improving. I mean, as long as the heads keep coming out the way they are, like a Wolverine, Vader, a Wenwu, a Shang-Chi, man, they can keep charging what they're charging. And I think the only downside has been, I don't think they're going to really focus on materials like, real leather or die cast everything and all this. It's just going to be, we're just going to see a price increase, to be honest. I mean,
Carlos, they already are doing that though, aren't they? With the Wolverine. Are you talking about InArt specifically or Hot Toys?
No, Hot Toys, but that's one. You know what I mean?
But then also look at the Mark 1, right? They're coming out with an all die cast. Well, not all die cast, but significantly die cast. So
good point.
But that's an Iron Man, though. You know what I mean? It's like the perfect example would have been a Vader, right? They really cared, and they would have made it in real leather. You know what I mean? Because like at the end, Iron Man, whether we, accept it or not, man, they sell a shit ton overseas. You know what I mean? That Wolverine, maybe it's a one time because it was an exclusive, or maybe there was a certain amount of licensing things. Maybe like a Joaquin Joker. Not entirely sure, but if they really cared about materials, then the first DX Vader, I think, would have been the first sign of hey, let's do a leather suit. And I think they can go and charge whatever they want for that Vader. And I'm not trying to troll or anything, but it's true. And I think we're all still going to buy it, whether it's fucking the cheapest leather they can find, because we're still going to buy it. You know what I mean? I think the only thing that came from InArt for them, it's going to be some slight tweaks, right? I mean, we don't see any magnetic wrist pegs or any, you know what I mean? Seamless wrists now consistently, only again on the Wolverine at this point. I think we're just going to see a price increase, and maybe sometimes here and there an occasional figure, better materials. So
yeah, man. I definitely I agree, man. Like, I mean, it's the toughest part is that, again, we don't have any of the InArt figures in hand to really say who's going to be, or who's pretty much has the better quality. And that's the thing, is like, we're when they're dropping these prices, it's like, okay, you're dropping these prices, we still don't have figures in hands. Like, I would think that you would start lower, a little bit lower, until you get the product out there and know that people accept it more. But I mean, again, I guess off of just accessories and stuff like that, I don't know. It is what it is. USB, what do you think, man? What do you think this is, Sean, between Hot Toys and the rest of these companies? And is Hot Toys stepping up and saying, we gotta reassert that position and let people know? That's just like, what, Jay-Z retiring for a while and hearing a bunch of motherfuckers talking shit, and just, let me just come back and release an album, just spank your motherfuckers and leave again. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I mean, I think so, to a certain degree. I think they had started to do this, but not necessarily being so communicative about it. Like, for instance, the Rey and the Kylo Rise of Skywalker sculpts. You know, those were pretty dog shit when they were, you know, announced, and then when they came out, they had been fixed and all that stuff. So, and then the Tony Stankhead sculpt and all that. I think maybe they've learned some of their lesson from that and are kind of carrying that forward. But I definitely think InArt coming out and being so sort of open to the community feedback and, you know, getting what they want to see and you know, this, that, and the other thing. I think they do send some competition. You know, how much of it is related to that versus just a whole company thing, I don't know. But either way, it's good for us. You know what I mean? So I definitely agree with Will that I think this is going to lead to improved figures for us, but it's also going to lead to unimproved prices. I think that's always been the thing. You know, everybody complains about not real leather, not real, you know, XYZ. Why didn't it come with this? It's like, you know, there's always a cost benefit analysis for that. You know what I mean? So maybe they were trying to hit it under 400 for this Vader, and that's why they didn't make it leather. Or, you know, granted, maybe this Vader is a bad example because, like Carlos was saying, we'll buy it fucking regardless of the price. But, you know, maybe there's some cost benefit analysis that goes on. So I definitely think it's related to it. You know, it's good for us how whatever is happening, internal customer or internal sort of company wide agenda or InArt. But yeah, I think for the stuff, I think the one that they kind of came out swinging dick on was Pattinson. The Batman, because they fixed it. Because as soon as, you know, kind of InArt was like, oh yeah, maybe we'll make it, they like fixed the sculpt, they fixed the suit, they added accessories, and they came out and said, hey, look, we fixed all this stuff. And like seeing that in person and all that, I don't know what InArt could do to improve on that. So, you know,
so that's right, because you were at SDCC and you saw it in person, and okay.
So either way, good for us. You know, not good for our pocketbooks, but good for the quality of figures that we're getting. So yeah,
that's a good point. I didn't really think about that, bro, because it was there, and the simple fact that they did that with, you know, Pattinson, but they also did it with that Peacemaker. You know what I mean? And it made the most sense. So that's a lot, bro. That says a lot about where we're going. Mario, what do you think, man?
Yeah, no, everybody's making some incredible points. I mean, Sean just basically just took a lot of them, you know, that I was going to say. As far as like InArts, you know, coming out and doing their thing, yeah, I think Hot Toys is going to want to try to stay ahead, considering that they're on top right now. So they're going to do whatever they can to either, I don't want to say try to improve and, you know, just for the price, you know, just for the sake of raising prices or anything like that. But I think they, in a sense, they do want to like improve the product so that's more like appeasing to the collector. I mean, like you just mentioned with the what's his name, Peacemaker, right? Yeah, they didn't need to do that. You know, that figure was already dead and buried, right? But what they've done, you know, with these improvements is actually, I think it breathed new life into it and actually sparked a little bit more interest as well. And would they have done that if InArt, you know, really wasn't around? You know, who knows? That's you know, that's the thing that we also got to consider, because I've also noticed too, I think ever since Shang-Chi, since we started seeing those figures, I think there's been like a large improvement in their sculpt and painting. I don't know if y'all like caught the same thing, but ever since then, I've noticed like a lot of more figures they've been improving as well.
Did Loki come after Shang-Chi?
I don't recall.
It's kind of all in that same time frame, though. I
right,
feel
possibly,
like,
yeah. Because I've noticed like a huge improvement, you know, since then. So it's like, I think they also want to do, you know, to do better for themselves, you know, regardless of the competition out there. But at the same time, you know, I think InArt is probably like one of the most worthy of competitors out there for them to actually, you know, continue to strive for improvement. But the shitty thing, like what Will mentioned, is that it's just going to lead to higher prices.
The prices, yeah.
But the thing is that we see higher prices, but now how long will that really last? I mean, considering that right now in this current climate, we're just seeing prices plummet as well on some new releases that actually drop.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we see the Hong Kong market just freaking undercut everybody right now, and it's absolutely insane. I mean, that's not going to last forever for sure. But I mean,
yeah, I think we're in a microcosm of that.
Yeah, but to Carlos's point too, if they really did care as much as, you know, we think that they are, we don't know whether or not that suit is made of leather yet. We don't have a price point. We don't know anything yet. But if they actually did come out and announce that, that would be a huge, like, like what just be said, that'd be a huge dick swing. In my opinion, just going out there and just saying that, hey man, we're gonna start stepping up even more. But if you guys want this, be ready to pay for it.
Do you really think that, do you really think that Hot Toys actually needs to improve though? I mean, I think the only thing they need to improve is the head sculpt. Aside from that, I don't think, because
if you're a company that's at the top of their game right now and you just continue to rest on your laurels while everyone else is improving, you're gonna get dethroned, in a matter of time, dude. So yeah, they do. There's always room for improvement in everything, bro. I mean, especially with them right now on the top of the work, since they're on top of the game right now.
I mean, them keep improving the head sculpt because I think that's pretty important. But I don't know if materials is something really they need to improve because they still have the license. Yeah, as long as the head sculpts keep coming out great, and make improvements, and what they've done, like a Vader sculpt and all that, right? Hypothetically, if they do come out with the pleather Vader, I think it just lets them know maybe materials are important to them, and it's just the sculpt that's the most important, which I think for most of us we would agree it is.
I think for the most part, but you also got to consider these materials degrade over time, dude. So without the improvement, why should we even continue to collect these things if in like 3 or 4 years, the shit's just gonna fall apart anyway? Why would I want to invest that much money into that? If that's the case.
I think over exaggeration.
If the Vader comes out pleather, people are still gonna get a bunch. You know what I mean? Like it's just
of course,
yeah. You know what I mean?
No, that's a good point.
Yeah. It probably goes back to the statement that Mario was saying actually when he was saying he was going to get 8 of the Vader, right? Because you were like, something might happen to other ones, and then wear and tear possibly could be because of the material, and then you want to break out another one that looks kind of fresh. You know what I'm saying? So I guess material does matter at the end of the day. I mean, even whether we're going to get it or not.
Hot Toys is getting Mario to buy 8. Does it really matter?
Not to them. No, it doesn't.
Give a good point.
Yeah,
does it really matter?
Yeah.
Definitely not to them. They already know they got Mario's money. Riley, man, with this, man, you think you think it's here's the thing. The way I look at it is like, I mean, all in all, price aside, I welcome the challenge because it just means that when you see companies like InArt, come around and J&D and what they do, it's one of those things where it's just, it forces, in a sense, Hot Toys to have to kind of help improve. Because the thing is, without these companies, say for instance, if we didn't have like an InArts, or J&D, especially with Excellence, if we didn't have these companies that came around, did stuff like this, then we just become like a really complacent group of collectors, allowing Hot Toys to do what they do. But now we're able to call them out, and there's comparisons, there's competition out there, so it kind of forces them to say, oh well, we see people are gravitating to these things. You don't think that they saw a lot of people basically purchasing and pre-ordering that Joker figure because number one, a lot of people wanted it, but number two, there was something new, fresh in the water. So they're like, right. We got sharks in the water. We need to actually come back and do something totally different. What you think, man?
No, I think really what you said there was really interesting to me because, like you said, if they see this Joker, because we talk about how Hot Toys do look at NR and that this is why we're getting this innovative stuff. We're getting this upgraded, updated stuff, is because of NR. But maybe they really don't care about NR. I mean, at first I would think that they were because we were getting this stuff, but then I look at the other side, if they really did care about NR, then why haven't we seen an updated Heath Ledger Joker? Because I think that's the main thing that would kill NR. Because if you make a rooted hair Joker for $375 or $350, then people aren't gonna be like, why am I going to spend $1,099 on a new company? I'm done with NR.
But Riley, they have nothing to gain by releasing a new Joker, right? They're the king. And it's really on InArt to prove that they belong in this market, right? So if Hot Toys released a new Joker in response to that InArt Joker, then it would make them look weak instead of doing kind of what they're doing right now.
I guess
that's kind of my perspective.
That's a good point.
I guess that's a good point. Yeah, I'd probably look at that too. That's smart. But yeah, just saying all in all, that too, and even other stuff like I've always brought back the Doc Ock, like the head sculpt. I mean, everyone didn't like that sculpt. They said it was like terrible. And we haven't seen any update from that. I mean, given we did get updates of the Batman and Wenwu, I think we got an update, which already looked amazing. It's just interesting. I feel like if they really were rattled by InArt, they'd kind of do like stuff like that too, like update stuff like that. But I mean, Marco does bring a good point. Maybe they shouldn't like waste their resources on that yet until we see what InArt actually brings to the table. So I don't know. It's interesting. It can go back and forth, but yeah, like this one looked good when we saw the sculpt, but once this got updated, like it looks really nice. And how they updated the hair to make it look, because people had a problem with the hair. It didn't look like it from the film, so they totally updated it. So I don't know. It's interesting.
Thought that was Mads Mikkelsen for a minute from Doctor Strange.
You always say that.
It looks just like him, dude.
Yo, that's crazy. All right, man. So and it was a great discussion, everybody. Like, I mean, it's just, asking a question, like, because we're starting to see, figures like Vader. Again, they dropped a bomb today. You know what I mean? That was a major bomb because we hadn't seen a head sculpt, and they just said, boom, like, here you go. You know what I mean? Like, like Rhodey did in Age of Ultron. So, again, more power to him, and I'm here for it. If you give us stuff like you gave us today, yeah, take my money. You know what I mean? As long as you stay consistent. And I think that's what it is. And the name of the game right now is consistency. And we know that, InArt is going to kind of force that level of consistency. I mean, yes, we're saying that they really don't care, but they're watching. And at the end of the day, if you're the king, do you want somebody else coming in taking your crown? But I think they sit in a comfortable position right now because they set the tone with these prices. Even though they're going up a bit, they still haven't reached that InArt price. Literally it hasn't. So, it is. We have to see what it is. All right, man. But thanks a lot. So lastly, this is going to be a quick one, man, because I wanted to kind of go around and gaze real quick before we close out here, man. So we have all these pieces, these amazing pieces that that are dropping, and we see all this stuff that's coming, and Will, you had talked about this before about fatigue. Is it one of those things where we hit that fatigue? Is it going to be a situation where we're just like, you know what, I'm out, I can't deal with this anymore, I'm just completely out of it. But I want to ask a question with this Vader and what we see with this Vader today. Are we motivated now? Did we gain like a level of belief that, okay, now this is why we collect, this is why we're in this game? Is a complete reverse to whereas you're not really as fatigued, you're more excited to see what's coming in the future? So after this Vader, like, and I'll start with you, Will. Do you think that this is more of like a motivating factor? So now it's like, all right, we see the potential of what's to come. If Hot Toys is doing this, then I can't wait to see what stops. If Toys is doing this, then that means that they will possibly upgrade that Bo-Katan sculpt. And it's probably why it's delayed right now, because they want to basically make sure that there's a level of perfection with that. Point. Will we see these things? Like, will we see a upgraded head sculpt to Loki? Are you more excited to see stuff like that now?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I that's what I've maintained, Leo. I think that's the only reason to me that makes sense of why Loki got delayed for so long. There had to be something like that, retooling the head sculpt. Maybe they weren't happy with how it came out in final production, and they were like, we thought this was about to release, but now through QA or QC, we were like, I don't know, like we need to rework this a bit. So maybe something happened, but I am a little bit excited for sure, just because, I mean, when you see figures, I mean, they're not so much, I mean, they're head sculpts like Cad Bane or even the Anakin, the Darth Vader. It's like half a head sculpt, but it still looks really, really good. Those are the type of things that do get us excited because they like bring us all together. Like I remember when the Clone Wars Ahsoka was announced, it was a very similar situation to this Darth Vader where everyone was just like, oh, this is great. Like, this is really cool. And everyone was just kind of unified in collecting. Like, sometimes you have your wild cards that, say certain things, but a figure like Vader, we're pretty much all in lockstep. We're all like, this is great. This is why we collect. This is the type of figure that gets us excited. So, it's nice to have a figure like this when you have some, a lot of the other ones tend to be somewhat divisive and polarizing. It just depends on the figure. But, I would say with Vader, that type of figure just really feels good in terms of collecting because everyone is unified under it. There's no like, I think this head sculpt's good, you're dumb for thinking otherwise. Like that doesn't exist. We all think it's great. We all recognize how good it is. And that's just really good. So that's how I feel about Like that figure, the Vader figure, the Battle Damage Mark 85, I think we're all pretty much good with that one. Like we all love it. There's figures like that can be like unifying forces. And that's really that's kind of what Mando has been for Star Wars, to be honest. I mean, that's like most things Star Wars, like we all like, there's like a half side who hates it and half love it. Mando, we're all like, we all come together, sit around the campfire, love Star Wars, and then it's all fun
Carlos.
again. So yeah, exactly. See, if Carlos likes it, then you know Mando's doing something right. But yeah, I think you're onto a good point there, Leo. I would think the figure like Vader gets people excited and unified, and I think that's what is good for the community. So for me, Vader came at a really good time.
Yeah, definitely came at a good time, especially after SDCC, and we were hyped, but then it got kind of quiet. We haven't seen any type of releases. It's more of a reveal, but I think this was an exciting reveal. Carlos, what you think, man? You think the same? You think that with this, it kind of gives you more of an interest to see what's coming next within that, even if it has nothing to do with Star Wars. If it's if it's Marvel, man, what do you think, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I'm particularly really excited. I think when it comes down to, I think really any figures, man, it's really going to be that head sculpt. Really excited to see what Hot Toys is going to do. And just like Will said, I think a release like Vader today, it's just a clear home run. I think we see it, and it's just an easy win, right? But Grand Inquisitor, Morbius, we can all be 50-50 on. But definitely really excited to see what Hot Toys is going to come out. Again, head sculpt is all that really matters to me. So we'll see what they come up with for sure.
Definitely. Well, I know you got to basically get out of here, man, but I'm so glad to have you here tonight, man. Tell everybody what they got to look forward to this week when it comes to you besides your feet.
Oh, dude, it's always the feet. Subscribe to OnlyFans. Leo, thanks so much for having me, man. Seriously, I always enjoy being on these. Seriously, dude, Wednesdays are always a blast hanging out with these guys and whoever else comes on the show, giving Cam the spotlight solo whenever it's a Star Wars figure. I always love seeing that. So thanks so much for having me, dude. Lights, Camera, Collect Friday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern, and then Collectors Mingle Sunday at 8 p.m. We do some game streams, usually Carlos and I and Riley and Optical and some others, we do that. And then the, channel members can play with us. So it's fun. But anyway, that's it for me, man. Like I said, Leo, I just had a lot of fun tonight and appreciate you having me as always, man. I always love hanging out with you.
Oh, man. So glad to have you here, man. But Will, it's always a pleasure, man. Can't wait to see you next week. And you know what? Always remember this, Will. I want you to remember this, okay? All right. Beach meet at night.
Did you kick him out? Oh my God.
But anyway, man, yeah. So Mario, what you think, man? Like, you think that this is basically innovative, like, again, something that pushes the community forward, and we can unify and say that, this is Hot Toys at their finest, doing what we know that they can do best, man. You excited about that, man?
Yeah, I think for now, until they come out with with another dull release, because I think a lot of us are kind of like, we forget, like this Vader will be forgotten, in a few days. I mean, when they do something else next, everybody's gonna be concentrating on that and they're just dogging on it on how good or bad it actually is. I think that's just how a lot of us collectors are actually wired. Is like kind of like, what have you done for me lately? In a sense, where it's only been like this every few days in a sense. But I mean, as of right now, yeah, man, I mean, it definitely is exciting to see what they're going to do next. Like I mentioned earlier, with the continuous improvements with their head sculpts, it's I think they've been doing a great job. And at the same time, it's like we just talked about too with their competition. I'm also excited to see what everyone else is going to do next as well. Everyone from InArts to Soso or what have you, any of the third-party companies as well, because we've seen some of these third-party people or companies actually stepping up their game as well, right? I mean, Sean, you've got that new that Loki, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I forget, Ultimate Purpose or whatever it's called, and
Glorious Purpose,
excuse me. And no, it looked great. I figured it looks really, really good considering, from the studio that actually made it. But yeah, it's definitely exciting times, man, and I'm just looking forward to see what's coming up next, especially this weekend, ACGHK.
Oh yeah, and I forgot about that, bro. Definitely forgot about that. So excited. What you think, Sean? You think this is a good place to be in, man?
Yes. Yeah, no, I think it is. I mean, I don't think I've ever lost my, sort of hype for Hot Toys. I think they, I think once InArt came in, I think it didn't sour people, but they've taken a automatic, liking to them, and that's fine. But I think they're in a good place. I think they have the best IPs out there. I think they're going to continue to make great stuff, and as long as they keep on making great stuff, I'll continue to buy. So I just wish they would bump up their release schedule a little bit, but we'll see how the next how we come out of this whole pandemic shortage business to see how that goes. But
definitely, man, definitely
excited.
Even the
Booty
booty
bots
bots,
have been hard.
they agree with you, man. They definitely agree with everything
Booty
you're saying
bots
right
too.
now.
And for me, the thing that I'm excited to, and you skipped me during the what are we excited for to come next? What do you think is gonna come next? So I'm just paying attention here. It's cool.
I apologize.
But my thing was
so many people on this panel, but I apologize.
I know. one of my favorite things that we saw was the quarter scale integrated suit Spider-Man. That thing was huge. The base display looked friggin' awesome. It looked like a statue display base, but had articulating Doc Ock arm and stuff like that. That thing looked friggin' phenomenal. So I like what they're doing with their quarter scales. They're delving a little bit deeper into them, hopefully. So
the quarter scale, see that, and that was probably one of the things that I can't get into quarter scales, man. I can't. Even after this.
Yeah, you can.
Nah, I can't. I definitely cannot do that, man. Like you said.
Why did they decide to do a quarter scale? Was it Mark 6?
Yeah.
Why the hell they do that?
Because it looks awesome.
So they gave us all these 6 scales, and they're gonna skip the one from Iron Man #2 that everybody wanted. And
they'll get back. They'll get back to it, Cam. They got to keep you wanting more.
I'm done. I quit.
Done with Marvel. Switch to Star Wars.
Yeah. That thing looked phenomenal in person. It was so big and so imposing. Yeah, that was what I was excited for.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
So, anyways, No, you're not good. You can do it, Dan.
Nah, I can't do it. I definitely can't do it.
Hey, man, when you move out here, you can come. You can look at mine, and you'll see.
Oh my!
Is yours big and imposing as well?
So booty bots better come right back in. Here we go. They'll be like, they kicked us out, but they're talking about.
He said you can touch it. Look at mine. No.
Hey, yo.
Pause. But Marco, man, what do you sit with this, man? You think it's, definitely some exciting times within the collecting community, man, and with this again, it's just. To me, I just think it opens the door for so many possibilities that, a lot of things will be changed up. And I can take a delay as long as you do it good. You know what I mean? If you as long as it's good, I'm straight up. I'm all in. So what do you think, man?
I think it's a great time to be a collector, honestly. I think you're right. Delay it, get it right. I don't care how long I have to wait, but if it's exactly how I wanted it, then I can take my time there. Mm-hmm. I will say I never kind of lost my faith in Hot Toys. They will continue to do a bunch of goofy shit like the Morbius, like the Obi-Wan sculpt that, isn't quite good enough yet, like the Neo from whatever, Resurrections, right, is the movie, right? So they'll always do some odd stuff, but they will continue to give us these releases like this Darth Vader that will keep us coming back for more. So I'm incredibly excited to see what the future may hold, especially given, Star Wars is hot. Marvel is just right back on the horizon. Cam, this is for you. After like the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars announcements, it's like, all right, we knew that's where they were going. But come on, we got Fantastic Four, we got X-Men on the horizon. There's so much good shit coming up.
I cannot wait till they give us a Namor. If they give us a Namor, I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm telling you. If they give us a Namor, I am gonna lose my shit. And that Namor to me is I'm gonna say it. It is a day one. As much as I love Namor, it's a day one. And just to know that it's just such a beautiful time, man. I love Namor, bro.
It is. No, I will riot if they don't make a Namor, honestly.
Yeah.
They have to do it.
Yeah,
that'd be crazy.
Gigi's excited for that one too. She's like, "Oh, he's so sexy." I was like, "Hey, relax." I know she wants that figure too.
Oh yeah, man! I'm telling you, that Namor is going to be incredible, and I can't wait to see him live. But yeah, man. Riley, what you think, man? You on board with the direction and where we're going right now? And you excited about it, man?
I mean, I think everyone just hit the nail on the head. I mean, like Marco said, I mean, we've got Marvel now on the hype train with the SDCC, with what they've shown and what's coming with Black Panther. I mean, that trailer was phenomenal. I can't wait for that film. And like you said about getting Vader and stuff like that, like those type of announcements really get people to be like, oh, okay, like this is really what Hot Toys is all about, having these epic figures. And I love how, I think Will was saying, like it brings the whole community together, because there's really no like divisiveness on figures like that. Everyone's just in on it, and they get really excited about it. That's what I find most fun about Hot Toys, because whenever they do announcements and stuff and releases, it always gets like the community really excited, and it gets people talking, and it's a lot of fun. So I think getting that Vader really did like show signs of how strong and amazing this community really is. And like I said, people have talked about like, they're kind of getting like oversaturated with all this stuff. Like they're getting a lot of stuff and kind of bringing the negatives with collecting, with like the market and everything. But when you get stuff like this, everyone's like, I got to get this. I got to buy this. It's going to be awesome, which is kind of like what the whole point is. That's what collecting is about. Just shooting everything together and having some fun. So I'm excited about everything. And hopefully we'll be more excited if we get that Toby. Hopefully soon.
Yeah.
I can't wait, man. I'm hyped.
Yeah, I think we will. I think we definitely will. And I know Cam is excited about. I know Cam's gonna get this vulture.
Oh, bro, I'm excited, man. And like Riley said, everybody really hit the nail on the head with this one when they talked about how everyone just has, when they do a good product or do a great product, everybody has the same idea and the same feeling towards it, which I think is great. There was no type of separation as far as some people thought it was trash or some people thought it was bad. Everybody thought, this is amazing. You gave us a great product, and this is what we're looking forward to, in the future as well. But through the SDCC, man, it just made me more excited. We only saw like 2 minutes of Wakanda Forever, right? I can't stop watching the trailer. I can't stop watching it. And I'm like, I've seen it so many times, and it's like, and I think the excitement for me or for everyone else together is that there's so many possibilities of the figures that they could make in the future, and where the universe can go as well. Even with Star Wars, also it's just the possibilities are endless for what we could get. There's gonna be a few that we miss out on. I'm pretty sure of it, like always, but it's just the possibilities that get us excited. And like Marco said, man, it's a great time to be a collector, really.
Yeah, man. I was going to get this. I was really looking at, I was going to get this Hawkeye, but it just looks too much like Carlos. I can't do it, bro. Like I can't.
Dude, that Hawkeye
I can't.
So good.
It does, but it just looks too much like Carlos, bro. Even when I look at this, I'm just looking at Carlos. Every time I look at a figure, bro, it just reminds me of Carlos, man. I don't know if I want it now, so I'm just gonna have to just kind of battle on that.
Fucking grails.
Fucking grail. Anyway, man, great topics tonight, man. A lot to talk about, a lot to cover, man. I think it got dominated by the Vader discussion, but that's what we were all here for in the first place. Like we can talk about Vader all night. Finding out that El Professor was going to get 18 of them. I mean, that's worth the price of admission right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
Carlos said he paid for half of them too. Man,
exactly. So everybody out there in the chat, I want to let y'all know something. That was a secret that I was holding on to at the end of the day. Carlos said that everybody who's watching the show right now, he has a special giveaway. He's Oprah for today. You get a Vader. You get a Vader. Everybody out there is going to get a Vader on Carlos. So thank you, Carlos.
Thanks, Carlos. You're the man.
What you say?
Thank you.
We should really do a Vader giveaway though, like for real.
Are you going to initiate it?
Probably.
Probably.
Even if it's real leather?
Dude, even if it's real leather. I'm thinking about it.
What
probably just pay for like someone's pre-order or something like that. That's probably what I'll think.
Yeah, all right, we'll definitely see it. But man,
we'll talk about it.
Anyway, guys, thank you for being here with me tonight, man, and hanging here with me, man. So Carlos, what you got coming up, man? What you got going on this week, man? I mean, I know you have a channel, but tell us what's going on with you, bro.
Dude, I'm on everyone's channel at this point. So I'm gonna be on Will's show with Optical and Riley. I believe he's gonna be on there.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about small batches. That's gonna be a thing in the future. We're gonna obviously talk about Vader.
Batches.
Batches. Yeah. What do you think I said? Oh my bad.
Mm.
Something else. And then on Sunday, I'm gonna be there with you and see hopefully one it's released by then. So we'll see what happens. So that's what I have coming up. So
all right, man. Well, thanks a lot, man. Thanks for being here and joining in the discussion. and trolling, because trolling is what you do. And this is why we welcome you here, because you like to troll, and we don't mind you trolling because, it's all in good fun. So thank you for being here, bro, all day, every day. Marco, man, I mean, we had some this has been a good week, bro. It's been a very good week, man. Like, it's exciting, man. I know you're excited just as much as I am, man. What you got going on this week, bro?
Yeah. First of all, thank you for having me. This was an awesome time.
Yes, man. Yes.
Yeah. So kind of unfortunate that I didn't get to troll the chat as much as I wanted to, but next time for sure. Go check us out over at 16fix if you haven't already. Just dropped a super cut of all the stuff I saw at SDCC. So kind of, laid out my thoughts of what the prototypes look like in person and kind of how I think that N1 Starfighter will get made.
Yeah.
I still am sticking to that, although Mario, shoos me away every time. So we're going to be, we'll see. And we're going to be dropping a new episode of the podcast, the She Said No podcast with Gigi and myself, kind of get her thoughts on, this Vader, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. She and I have been buzzing about it all week.
Mm-hmm.
We've just been so excited. Lael, like you mentioned, you and I have been talking about it a lot. So,
yes.
Just an incredibly, awesome time right now to be a fan of this type of material, to be a collector.
Yeah.
And so, I'm just really enthused right now. So hopefully that comes through in this podcast episode.
Yeah, man. Thanks so much, man. So glad to have you here. And if you haven't already, Marco's 16fix on IG and YouTube as always, man. So thank you for being here. Next up, we have the Master Enabler, who's over there planning his next enabling mission. So I'm pretty sure I'll get a couple of things in box this week.
I'm just bagging and boarding, so no enabling now.
Is that
for
Who is that?
Except for if you want to see. I mean, look at this. Hold on. Look at this. This Clone Force 99 box. I wonder what's in here. I don't know.
Well, what could that be?
Oh, wow.
Yo.
Yeah, I'm just kind of upset that you didn't get me any socks, bro. I told you to get me some, man.
Did you?
Yeah, I did say
shit. I would have got them for you. Bad friend.
I think those are it. What he actually showed you. Just want to give you a heads up that they're actually coming in the mail sometime soon, man.
Wow.
So just just keep an eye out.
Appreciate that.
No, so yeah, CW still doing Road to 2000. I think we're only like 30 away. So if you don't follow Collecting Weekly, go over there and follow that. Other than that, yeah, man, just chilling. Summer's almost over, hanging out with the kids, and yeah, I'll be posting some more pictures from Comic-Con on my Instagram, Nort Dort or Dort of Nort Collectibles.
Okay.
Got to take my son for the first time, so I'll be posting some
of
that.
Yeah, bro, that's
awesome.
Yeah, seeing it through his eyes was crazy. It definitely mind thoroughly blown on that one. So yeah, I had a great time. Definitely we'll have to come on your comic show sometime because I had a crazy experience there. I got to hang out with Todd McFarlane for like 4 or 5 hours on Friday. Just shoot the shit. So yeah, fun time. So other than that, yeah, just chilling, man, hanging out.
Always, man. Thank you for coming in and being on the show today, man. Definitely appreciated that, bro. I know I hit you up last minute, but you said, yeah, I'll be there. I'm there, man. So thank you for coming through, man. I appreciate that. El Profesor, bro, besides the simple fact that we got Uncivilized tomorrow night, what you got?
Yeah. First of all, I want to say shout out to Brother Cousins that just showed up in the chat real quick, man.
Brother Cousins is out from Florida. We got Candy Cousins, man. Candy Cousins in the building, man. Appreciate you, brother. Candy Cousins, man. Appreciate you for being here, my guy. So good to have you here, man. As always.
It's always good to see Jay, man.
Yeah, we'll actually chat. I want to actually find out about his trip, man, and if he enjoyed the the Star Wars trip. So definitely can't wait to talk to him about that, man.
Oh yeah,
definitely. But no, thanks as always, dude, for having me on, dude. It's always a blast to come hang out and chat with everybody, even if Carlos is here and Thanos or whoever he's talking about. In that name. But as far as what's next for me, bro, dude, I got some stuff coming in, man, next month. So I got a couple of boxes coming up really soon that I'm like totally looking forward to, man. Personal grail of mine statue coming in early August. Can't wait for that. There's another 2 more statues that I believe by the end of next month.
Did you get your rubbing yet?
It's on the way, dude. That'll be next month. And Malik. So why don't we twofer? So
nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, looking forward to that, man. So yeah, definitely gonna have some fun, put some statues together. Almost done with this damn thing. Just gotta hurry up and finish up the bottom part. Riley, I'm gonna get this tour up for you, man. I'm gonna dedicate it to you personally, man. So this is all for you, my guy.
Let's go.
You know, and yeah,
I want it.
Also, Mario, we got to plan a trip to Disney because my passes open up in like 3 weeks. So
Let's go.
Get ready.
Let's go, man. Can't
Man,
wait.
y'all better have some passes open for also next July, man, because I'll be there with my daughter. I get a chance to see my daughter from Australia. So
Oh yeah.
Nice.
And then
Yeah,
the
so,
passes
yeah.
and the churros. Make sure to get the churros as well.
Listen, I say you come out, you visit in September, and come to the park with us. Do it.
Hell yeah. We said in September.
Sure. Yeah. Come
In
out.
a couple months.
A
Yeah.
couple months, dude. See, I'm giving you a little
Yeah,
time frame because if I said
that's
come in 3 weeks, that would be too short. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
September.
gonna be super rough, but we'll see. We'll see.
I believe in you. I believe in
You didn't say no. You didn't say no.
He didn't say no.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely see. Anyway,
Give us a
Mario,
dab, maybe.
what else you got going on? That's it, then. That's what we got from you, bro.
I think Jay mentioned earlier that we might be doing some sort of best of the best emergency stream
Okay.
tomorrow, so we
Okay.
might be hanging out over there.
Okay.
And yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
All right, man. Well,
That is basically it.
as always, it's
Yeah.
good to have you here, brother. Good to see you.
Appreciate it, man.
As always, it's so good to have you here on board with us, man. So if you haven't already, up FS Soto, IG and YouTube, man, make sure you check it out. Cam, man, what's going on with you, brother? What's going on, man? What you got?
Yeah, bro. Thank you for having me as always, man. Appreciate being here. You guys are fun, you know. Enabling and shit. So it's like, ooh, yeah, I'm poor. I'm poor now. Yay. So
But happy.
So we're gonna get you
but
videos then?
happy.
Happy and poor.
Yeah, happy and
I'm
poor.
not gonna say yes on air. Okay, that's how you got me last time. And now I'm getting a Vader, damn it. So yeah, man. So my rescue is on the way. Finally hit LA. So it's on the way. It'll be here, I guess, probably like next week, I'm thinking at
Is it coming
earliest.
from Australia?
Yeah, I got it from Pop
Nice.
Culture. So
Nice.
yeah, so
Nice.
it was like
Me too.
225. Great price for that. It's still like 407 on Sideshow. So I was like, that's a deal. Gotta go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, but I'll be dropping some new content this week. I'll be finally dropping this video for cocktails and collectibles.
Yes, yes.
For the Blue
Nice.
Bantha milk and the Blue Bantha cooler. So I'll make sure I drop the recipe on my page so you guys can go ahead and grab that a little early before we start mixing up together, though. And then I'll be right back on here with you on Sunday for Collectors Lounge, man.
Yes, sir.
Focus and paying attention seeking geek, bro. So looking forward to it, man. Thank you for having me again.
Definitely, man. Appreciate you. If you haven't already, follow Cousin Cam on Cam's Collection and IG and YouTube. Great things, man. So glad to have you here. And finally, Mr. Riley, the Human Party, bro. What you got going on, man? What's going on with this with the Wonder Twins, man?
Dude, yeah, funny you say that. The man himself, if you guys didn't hear, KG Collector, KG Chalamet, he is back. He's back from his trip. So I've been talking with him. We've been getting ready. He's gonna get ready to start streaming again. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So can't get ready for that. We're gonna get Wonder Twins back up on the stream. So I'm excited for that. And we've got we got some nice music.
Ooh, who's bumping?
It's just music. I don't know, but I've got some figures coming in. Actually, the Tobey Maguire figures, the originals. I saw a really good deal on Facebook, and I picked them up. I got the black suit and then the normal suit because I know we're getting the new ones, but I kind of wanted to get the old ones and do like a kind of a retro review on it. I think that would be a lot of fun. So I got
That
those
black
figures
suit
coming
too,
in.
bro.
So,
Yeah,
Congrats.
dude. Right? It's a lot of fun. So I'm gonna check them out. It's gonna be exciting. Yeah, exactly. But other than that, I mean, we're just waiting for the announcements. Honestly, I mean, I love when I'm hoping we get Toby or something. I mean, we haven't seen the Wave 2 of the Summer Showcase.
Not
Maybe
at
we'll see
all.
that in Vulture.
Yeah.
So should be coming up soon. I'm excited about that. And thank you for the invite. Of course, I always love being on Say What. Wednesdays are this is the place to be, man. I love this
Hell
show.
yeah,
And
man.
make sure to subscribe to all these guys. And I'm actually at 448, so I'm like almost 50 subs from 500.
Nice,
Come
bro.
on, man.
Nice.
50.
That's awesome.
We got like 106 people in here. 50 of y'all can actually go over there right now and subscribe. As a matter of fact, all 106 go over there and subscribe to everybody on this channel.
Yes,
Come on, make
yes.
sure that you actually do that, except for
Except for Carlos.
Athena Grell, because he didn't even have
Yeah.
a damn channel. So if you just want to give him some likes on Instagram, do that, man. Just subscribe to him on Instagram. So anyway, thanks everybody for being here. Everybody out in the chat for participating, man. It's been an awesome night, a great night. Even thank you to the booty bots. Thank you for coming in and making it entertaining.
Thank you.
'Cause you know what?
Yeah.
It is what it is. Anyway, man, everybody out there, peace and love again. Till next week. What do we got going on at the 1/6 scale, man? We got Uncivilized tomorrow night. We got Figure Flex Friday. I believe. I got to kind of check on that because I think there's a couple of things that might be interference on that. But I think we still got that going on this Friday. Collectors Lounge on Sunday. And yeah, I actually have a video I'm going to be putting up with the both the transport troopers and the assault tank commander, since they're so similar. So basically I did a take your position on that. So that should be coming soon.
Nice.
And yeah, just looking forward to a couple more videos dropping. But anyway, everybody out there, thank you for being here with us tonight. Be safe, be kind, man, and don't believe a damn thing that Carlos says. Please don't. You know, please don't do that. Don't torture yourself like that. But always, peace and love is always be kind to everybody else. It's not always about what you love when it comes to collecting, but collecting in general, man. So we love that. So peace and love. Talk to you guys later.